Got to check. Hey, Smooth, man. Want to know? The family got to pay homage to that 911 incident right now. You know what? Let's just hold quietly for a second. For all those who lost their lives during that unforgivable incident. We'll never forget you. Fam, hidden gems sparkling. Here's the thing. Because there's other things to talk about. I know about Chris McCaffrey. You know about Christian McCaffrey. Preparation for this weekend and everything. But I just want to put the spotlight on these two dudes. I mean, and I noticed a conversation here. We need to pick up another running back. It's a scary thing, right? Offensive Player of the Year. He's got tendonitis. He's going to go in and out on him. So he's going to be like in and out, in and out. Fortunately, though, as I say, I'm leaning toward the subject of saying, whoa, what do we have here? And right on time. 49ers stars with odds against NFL success. Brock Purdy and Jordan Mason shining bright. Hey, fam, the Niners recruiting and talent scouts, just like only a few other organizations around the league, not you, G&D, while you're in there talking trash, and your Rams, boy, y'all, shut up. Anyway, the organizations around the league almost annually sort through thousands upon thousands of NFL candidates and consistently come up with overlooked standouts. Every year we seem to find that dude or two that everybody looked past. Mr. Relevant of the 2022 draft, Brock Purdy could make history that will be written in stone should the 49ers be led to the Super Bowl while he's a quarterback. Because you notice I put it while he's a quarterback. A lot of people insist upon giving the credit to everybody but him. That's your business. All I know is when he's out there, we're winning. So it may be too soon to say, but after last Sunday, it appears that UDFA Jordan Mason may have fooled every scout in the league. Now, I got some pushback on this online. Man, Jordan Mason ain't that. I mean, Jordan Mason ain't all that, man. He just works well within Kyle's scheme. Listen, that is, in fact, the truth. Why? Because down through the years, and this goes all the way back. I'm going to reflect upon that in just a minute, too. But his feeling for the starting running back, OPOY, Madden cover star, and currently injured Christian McCaffrey versus a tough Jets defense in the Monday night opener, that was extraordinary. I don't care who it is or what kind of scheme it was. To the phones we go to overreact even further. Purdy and Mason, also successful with the Jets with starters out. You got rusty stars like Ayuk. And Trent Williams played all day. I didn't even know it. Somebody pointed that out the other day. Trent played all day and he put him get him on the sideline and were they giving intravenous fluids? What? I didn't know it was that bad. He came running back out there. I didn't know about that until somebody pointed it out. And still pull off a convincing win to open the 2024 season. Now, if you listen to Cowherd, we're talking about it. Aaron Rodgers, those old restricted movements through the fact that his leg, he's just getting off of this. Rudy's boy Cowherd going on and on about why the 49ers got no reason to feel good about that game. And by the way, I share a bit of that sentiment. That's not the Jets that they're going to be on the field in another 5 to 6 weeks, I don't think. And Robert Saleh's already taken a lot of heat for that. In fact, he's already told people, if it's about the defense, don't worry, that will be fixed. So, Saleh could be on the hot seat. We could have him back as a DC at some point. I like Sorensen, though. He made them guys look good. Fam, get on that phone. You'll see that right on the base of your screen or monitoring device, whatever you're using. You'll see all the instructions you'll need to call on in here. And let's talk about the 49ers. The bad news first. Per Coach Shanahan, Christian McCaffrey is dealing with both calf and Achilles tendonitis. And he says the team will be cautious about not allowing CMC to aggravate that injury any further. Coach said earlier this week that McCaffrey's dealing with now is similar to the calf injury that he had him listed on the injury report before the playoff games against the Packers back in January. So this has been a long time. So you figure if he's not had any surgical procedures done on that and it's still coming up hurting all of a sudden like that, yeah, it's chronic. It's going to come back and forth, and we are in trouble. Just a bit. He's going to be Christian McCaffrey as much as he can be, but, this is something he probably can't overcome. But he takes care of himself in such a way, Shanahan feels pretty confident he'll still be fine. Again, why I put the spotlight on Jordan Mason, because he came in time as if he was heaven sent. We'll see. He's got to have some consistency about what he does. But it is worrisome. McCaffrey played through that injury, and coach says he would be playing now if we were in the playoffs. But in the regular season, they're going to exercise caution, and well, as they should. And if you wouldn't overwork him last year, Kyle, what do you mean? Anyway, Shanahan told reporters, quote, "I believe they're similar. I know it was a calf, and then it's a calf now. And it's just not the calf, it's the Achilles. And the Achilles is tendonitis, and that stuff comes and goes. And when it is acting up, it's something you've got to be careful about." When you had him out there carrying 25 carries a week, you didn't think about that. He still had good bodies sitting on the bench that could have spelled him. He should have had any more than 15 to 18 carries, Kyle Shanahan. God damn it. Christopher sure wanted to play, though. If it was a playoff game, he wasn't going to be held back. Most likely, if it's not a playoff game, it's week one. The decision was easy. According to CMC himself, he did say there was a group decision, and he was in that group. So, it could go right into this week versus the Vikings, although he is supposedly going to play just a bit. I don't know what that means. He's mentally getting prepared. I don't want him out there. I really don't. I don't want him out there until that tendonitis is perfectly, because if it goes in waves, it probably hits a peak and it goes down. Well, let it get it all the way down. As long as Mason's got to carry that rock and do what he's doing. And get Guarindo some carries out there, Kyle. Don't be an idiot. Let Guarindo carry the ball, get used to the NFL. Coach Shanahan was not asked why the 49ers weren't more transparent about McCaffrey's injury, given that Jordan Mason said Monday night's game that he learned on Friday he was told he was going to be playing. Kyle, of course, denied that. Fam, you know what? There's fines involved because the NFL, the league requires teams to release the reports by 4 p.m. ET 2 days before the game, which would have been Saturday, right? The exception being Thursday for Thursday night games after you report in on Wednesday. Which, as I say, that might be why Coach Shanahan threw our boy under the bus. And also, did you see Jordan Mason was getting a little pissed off at the media too? Anyway. Shanahan did describe McCaffrey's day-to-day, so some of it's kind of stupid. The good news, brand new shiny Fox Sports broadcaster Tom Brady debuted his first ever top 3 stars of the week. Cowboys pass rusher Micah Parsons, Bucks quarterback Mayfield Baker, and Niners running back Jordan Mason. I was so proud of him. Because we don't know how long it will be before CMC gets back, but it appears we might be able to hold out for just a bit. We need some consistency before anybody, me or anybody else, starts dubbing Jordan Mason the next big thing. Wait, 2-3 weeks. If McCaffrey's place, so Mason delivered a standout performance, rushing for a career 147. Give him 50 yards. I'm going to give 150. It looks better. And a touchdown on 28 carries, averaging 5.3 yards per attempt. Bam! Brady pointed that out, quote, saying nobody was really expecting that. They weren't sure if CMC was going to play. Jordan gets the start, goes out there, has a dominating performance against one of the league's best defenses. Oh, really? In the league? That's exactly what the Niners offense needed from him. What a night, fam. Even Trent Williams wasn't as good as he's going to be. We got some hogs, fam. Purdy was an absolute beast. And then you got Trent and Aaron Banks. They're going to take care of business. Brendel and McKivitz are marginal, but boy, we could run the ball. Purdy was throwing from the pocket all night, clean pockets often. And for the thing is, the 49ers, you know how they do? They go out there and ruin you by running the ball, getting physical, being tough. Now, they got to drop a man. The defense got to push a man back up in the line of scrimmage. Boom! Play action! Oh! Guys running loose everywhere. Oh, I love that 49er offensive scheme, Kyle Shanahan. Boy, I've got to calm down, don't I? Okay. More good news, though. First, let me say this, though. It has been said that the Niners don't have any depth this season. Okay, look, the Niners D was sharp in this past season opener, regular season opener, right? And that was without Pro Bowl safety Talanoa Hufanga. Now, I don't want Hufanga back as bad as you do or anybody else, but look out. The Niners D could get even tougher coming up in week 2. It was speculated. Now it looks like maybe not. Moses Hufanga's baby boy was listed as doubtful for the opener. Okay, that came into fruition. He did not play. He did get the green light. He didn't get the green light on this past Monday, maybe just as an extra precautionary measure, you would think. But you figure the 49ers are going to keep him on limited workout, that particular list, which can also include. But then again, you know, I do wonder, though, about what they did with Talanoa. I mean, maybe they put him on that. Well, maybe we'll see what happens this weekend because it's very telling, right? Maybe, as I mentioned, he put him on that list an extra precautionary measure? A. B. Lack of respect for the Jets. Did they know something we didn't know, fam? Kyle Shanahan always beats his coaches, doesn't he? C, Niners depth could be trusted to fill in. I like that one. Or all of the above. D, all of the above. Actually, could be all of the above. I can't believe the 49ers disrespected Aaron Rodgers. That's Aaron damn Rodgers. Forget about money, though. Coach Shanahan told reporters yesterday Hufanga's return could be imminent when the Niners visit the Vikings, maybe Sunday. Huff practiced a lot last week. They'll continue to work with him. He has a chance for the week, but a decision won't be made until later in the week. Man, don't be surprised, though, because that's the artificial surface they got over in Minnesota. I suspected if Talanoa was out there and not on the limited group, he might be back. I don't think so. 49ers will be back on week 4 at Levi Stadium. He'll probably be back then. He was limited today along with Christian McCaffrey. Aaron Banks has got a calf thing going on, too. Oh, God. Aaron Banks, he does get hurt a lot. His fingers early in the season now has got a calf thing. Calf things, everything else, don't give me the calf. Anything legs is really scary. Juwan Jennings had an ankle. You've seen him twist that. But Juwan Jennings, I'd watch him be out there Sunday with no problem. And making plays, big plays. Talanoa Hufanga, of course, is on that list. He's got that knee. They're still going to get that, see if they can make sure that's 100%. So that would indicate Hufanga is going to be brought along gradually. It would make sense, right? Family, finally say, though, let me lay more praises. Let me lay more praise on this glorious organization that we love. The Niners are a very expensive team, right? But for all the money the Niners spent on their key vets, they've got 2 of the biggest bargains in the NFL. Brock Purdy. Mrs. Purdy, well, thank you for having that child. My God, he's good. I mean, he came in there and he just sort of is tailor-made for Kyle Shanahan's offense. He makes $1.1 million a year. On the 3rd year of his 7th-round rookie deal, the man's been in the playoffs every damn year that he started. And I know what you said. Oh, look what he's surrounded by. So what? He's still out there running things. Shanahan was delighted with B. Purdy's performance, though, and then highlighted his nearly mistake-free play in this Week 1 contest, too. Purdy's stats from Monday night opener over the Jets, it didn't really look like a big deal, especially for him. He finished 19 of 29 for 231 yards without a TD. But nobody can kill him without making plays. So Brandon Ayuk, man, come on, man. Brandon's now struggling with all kind of problems. Mentally, he's losing it. He's afraid to look at his own film. Brandon, come on, man. Brandon, snap out of it. You're a bad dude. Come on, man. Come on. B. Purdy delivered a perfectly thrown pass to B.A., and those are the type he always grabs. We've seen him grab more difficult passes than that. Oh. $30 million a year hands. You know what, though? I'm not going to go on and on about that too much because the fact of the matter is he didn't work out all offseason. Now, whose fault was that? You know what? You can designate that blame wherever you want to. I'm going to stay out of that one. Coach didn't hold BP responsible for that, though, and said nothing but good things. And I'm talking about Brock. I mean, he said Gordy didn't make any mistakes and made a number of plays with the ball. When they did have some pressure and stuff, he was still able to get rid of it. When guys weren't real open, he still made some really good tight throws. 1.1 million in his third season. After, as I said, making the playoffs every year. And Dak Ellis, nobody cares about how you feel. And you can root for the Vikings all you want. I'm gonna give you some time out as soon as I get a chance. Again, Brandon, don't he's got to get back to being Brandon Ayuk, and we'll be back again. Dominant. You know, NFL people all over the league are saying the 49ers are just completely dominant. Who's going to beat that team? With Purdy on that offensive line, fam, okay. Before I get to the phone and said, let me just say this one thing about broke all the way out running back. Jordan Mason. Jordan, don't make me look bad this weekend, man. Against the Vikings. They're not as good as the Jets. Come on, man. Oh, man. $985,000 this season. You cannot put a dollar amount on how well these players whose total hit the payroll this year, and it will hit for just a little bit over $2 million. Just a few dollars over $2 million. Jordan earned every penny of that money this past Monday night. And, in June, we know about CMC. He held out for that money, and he got more money. It's been said that before that is and always has been the irony of Shanahan coach teams about these running backs. This goes all the way back to Papa Mike more than 20 years ago, proved that there are plenty of guys who can move the chains in his system. Kyle was doing the same thing in San Francisco until he traded for McCaffrey in 2022. And fam, we've watched them waste draft picks 2 years back to back on running backs and got rid of both of them. These are guys that look good in school and were tested against some of the best competition in college, and they bombed. Then I bring a guy like Mason in. We've had others. It's just ridiculous. Don't ever go to the draft again, Kyle Shanahan and Bobby Turner, please. So, but McCaffrey played off, okay, but we could have drafted McCaffrey, like I said, back in 2018. I said, come on, man, I see something in that, man. That kid, McCaffrey is going to be a fiend in this league. Then we went and got Jet McKinnon, Kyle Shanahan trying to make up for it, try to get him a darker skin like McCaffrey out there, right? Jet comes in the first few practices, bam, takes his leg out. We're back at square one. Oh. But we do have to wait for Mason to be consistent. 3 weeks from now, if Mason's still tearing up, and I got a feeling McCaffrey is going to have these in and out episodes, Look, I'm looking for more undrafted people, fam, from now on. You guys that are always covering every athlete out there in the offseason, keep me posted on running backs. I know Ellis does it all the time. Ellis is always pointing out these guys. Big Show knows. I want to know. Don't go to the draft for no damned running back. Just don't. You can get a cornerback, get an offensive lineman. There could be another Pony out there waiting for him to bring him in. But this is what we're witnessing right now. Bad dudes who got a chip on their shoulder, listen carefully to Bobby Turner, and they become absolute monsters. Mason's the line for restricted free agency next year, though, fam. The 49ers could keep him at an affordable rate for the 2025 season, and then after next season, make a longer-term decision regarding whether to keep Mason or McCaffrey, given that McCaffrey will be running. He'll be 30. Kyle feels very confident that McCaffrey will be fine, no matter how old he is, but due to the fact that he takes care of his body. But McCaffrey will be due $12 million, and 49ers, if Mason starts to show out all the time, fam, I love Mason McCaffrey, but you know how this business goes. And Big Show will be right in there, too. Listen, you guys need to get over McCaffrey. He did what he did. We got a Super Bowl, and that's fine. He'll be fine. It's Mason's team. Stop it, Show. I'm going to stop speaking for you, too. Or maybe by then, the 49ers, there's nothing. There be something else that shows up too. 49ers, they just got this. They just got it. They just were finding running backs. Oh, God, I just wanted to say that. Fam, you can tap in on that or anything else you want to do. I'm here to listen. Well, I love this team. And Rudy, how your team doing? Hey, Serge.
Ronbo.
Serge, man, I'm sitting here having a party and ain't even time to party. Serge, man, you can talk about anything you want, but we got a McCaffrey issue, as you probably already know. Jordan Mason is looking like he could actually fill that void to some degree. He is not going to be CMC, but he could hold the door closed until CMC can get back where he can play, probably somewhere near the next few weeks or so. And then, of course, you got Brock Purdy. Enough can't be said about him. We need to say good things about him because other people are still saying bad things about him. I don't understand it. It's Serge. Go ahead, man. Woo!
I don't know, Ronbo. I'm over here looking at the stats from last week's game, and for us to not have our youth practice as much, Trent not practice as much, and Brock Purdy not throwing a touchdown, and we still win with 32 points.
Yes.
And not only that, we're in the driver's seat right now. We're number one offense in the rankings right now. So that's just crazy. So without McCaffrey and still winning the way we won, it was a team win, because for Brock Purdy not to throw a touchdown and for Mason to come in there as a backup and just do what he did.
Remember, I just want to say, he did throw a touchdown. B.A., who didn't have his butt in practice all summer long, botched that.
Yeah.
I'm still blaming him for that.
That would have been a touchdown. And that's because he wasn't practicing. But if he would have got practice, that would have been an amazing touchdown for sure. But I don't know. I just look at the game. Looking back at the game, the team worked together to open holes for Mason to do what he did. And then Moody coming in here doing 6 of 6, scoring 20 points, and our offense not doing what we're normally doing to still win and be number one is scary for other teams, because once we get the games in and enough games for everybody to do what they do last year. Man, and then for McCaffrey to come back, we're going to be a scary team.
And to be rested
so
too.
Right now, it's like preseason. Right now, it's like we're getting warmed up. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I know we got some tough games in the next couple of weeks, but I believe everybody's going to be ready. And if McCaffrey's not back in time, we look ready. We look prepared, and we got a really good backup because he proved it. He proved it last week.
He did. And by the way, we got to give Jake Moody some love too. Jake Moody was given Special Teams Player of the Week. Jake, we love you, man.
Yeah.
I'll never hate on you again. You know what? I'm telling you right now, Serge. You know how every time Jake makes a mistake, we're all over him. We're like a cheap suit. I'm not doing that again. Next time he misses, I'll get mad, but I'll keep any thoughts that I'll have to apologize for later to myself. I promise. Ooh, I'm going to try hard.
I know. And for him to go 6 of 6, it doesn't make me worried anymore, because last year, if he would have missed 2 of the 6 last week, we would have been worried, and we would have been like, man, he's the same guy last year. But man, he did a good job.
Yep.
Didn't he hit like 2 50-yard field goals last week?
I don't remember the yardage. I know,
I think
when
he
Jake
hit
goes
a
on the
couple
field,
50s.
Maybe. Because when Jake walks on the field, I'm so focused watching him run out into the field. I'm not paying any attention to anything else. I'm just sitting there, Jake, come on, damn it. I've got to believe in him. I just stop obsessing over failure with him. He'll make it. God.
Yeah. But this is what we need to see about Moody for this whole season. because for him to score 6 of 20 points, that's something that we need in the playoffs. That's something that we need in the Super Bowl. So if the team keeps on doing this, man, we're gonna go a long way. I know this season is a little tougher than last season, but it's a good test. For the playoffs, it's a good test.
You look at us. We just got through Monday night, short week, and now we got to travel to Minnesota. Yeah. See, that's schedule makers are messing with us. If we get through this, it's the schedule. This is bad as anything else we have to face this year to get to the promised land. If we get through this schedule, man, all we got to do is get healthy in the playoffs. The 49ers are still hungry. This is the only good thing about losing these Super Bowls. The 49ers remain focused because they are determined to get this thing done. Love it.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I'm glad we got a schedule like this because a lot of the teams that we play in this season are all playoff teams. Most of them are all playoff teams. And this is a good test because when the playoff comes, we know what we're going through.
I know.
So I'm excited.
We're going to be standing on our toes. There's going to be those weeks where we're looking at the schedule. Man, the 49ers are tired. Yeah, but we're going to come up. Those are not excuses, though. Those are going to be reasons, and we got to be ready for that mentally.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm excited, and the Niners look good, and offense and defense. And then special teams. So I think we look better than we do last year. I know it's only one game to be saying that, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I just have that feeling the way the team played yesterday. The way they did. So
and Serge, if nothing else, we did not that run. We stopped Breece Hall. Are you serious? There is no other better running back in the NFL other than our guy. I mean, Breece Hall is scary. And we shut that boy down. Who? Malik. What's that guy we got from Cleveland? Oh, man. Hey, Serge, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let's come back Friday night before game time, and let's talk some more, all right? You have that score ready.
All right, nice, for sure. All right, go Niners.
Good to hear from you, too, man. You got some time for us this year. Good. All right.
Of course. All right, have a good night, guys.
You too, fam. Yo, Anthony. And, Anthony.
Hello.
Yeah, there you are. Anthony, come on in, man. Anthony. Sometimes they have equipment problems. Anthony? Okay, you may have to get that sorted out. Let's give Anthony a minute. And as we go to Tennessee, the head of the clan, the Dragon Clan. Here's the Daddy to Bam and Boom and Mrs. Dragon's favorite dude. Here's Papa Dragon. Hey, Pop, come on in here, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, Ronbo.
Hey, Pop, I appreciate you being here, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I love when I'm getting all pushed at it. I mean, I'm getting all pumped up, and you usually come in with something logical and rational, something to pour some water on my smoking. Pop, are you going to do that to me tonight? Go ahead. I'm ready for it.
Good Brock Lord.
Purdy.
Damn.
I'm telling you right now, man. I'm ready.
Gracious.
Brock Purdy. Did I say anything about Jordan? I mean, about Jordan Mason, Mrs. Mason's boy. I didn't even know he had it in him to do all that. I knew he was good, but not that damn good. 28 carries and 450 yards. Okay, I'm done. I'm all right. Let me drink this.
Yeah, you know what? That's definitely a success story. But unfortunately, this is also a familiar trend towards Kyle Shanahan's failing as a play caller and as a head coach. 28 carries, the most carries this dude has had since high school. The revelation that not only does he belong in this league, but I saw a man yesterday running into defenders, and defenders didn't want to tackle him no more. They were sick of him.
So
there was a level. of professional intimidation that happens with that man, or happens on the football field.
Yes.
Sauce Gardner wouldn't even go back in the game.
I mean, Debo hit him in the neck with a knee.
Sauce. No. Sauce Gardner would not go back in the game. He had enough. He tapped out. That's what that was. You supposed to be one of the number one players in the league, and you refuse to go back in the game. You supposed to be one of the best in the game. You refuse to go back, and he was like, no, Mas. That's it. I'm done.
Hey, Bob, we're physical
he's not
team,
moving
man.
on my ass for nothing.
You're going to see that more this year. Guys are getting hurt out there. And when Sauce took that knee to the neck, a Debo knee, not just any knee, a Debo knee to the neck. The Sauce ain't that big. I don't blame him. Sauce, you did the right thing, made a business decision.
Look, we have seen people play with blown out knees. We have seen people play with broken legs. You know, we've seen it. You see what I'm saying? We have seen it. And what we saw yesterday was just
brutal.
A complete NFL molesting of the line of scrimmage, and a running back who was just delivering punishment all day. But the failing is the fact that he goes to the sideline, goes to McCaffrey, goes, man, I don't know how you do it.
I know you know.
I don't know how anybody does it. That's a lot of carries in your first game as a starter.
In the first week of the season.
First week of the season, and I will probably say this, out of all the players that are out there for that game, there's probably no more player ready than Jordan Mason, because he had a lot of preseason time. So he actually had a preseason. You know, Purdy had a preseason. He ran the ones all year. And it showed. It showed in that particular regard, because usually when I'm watching the 49ers, I see, like, Brendo stick out to me. He always sticks out as being too small. Then I always see McKivitz getting thrown around and missed. Now, he missed some blocks. He had some penalties. Was not McKivitz's best game.
Yeah.
But I did see it. There was improvement there. But I think some of that improvement is happening because of the guy on his right.
Exactly. Purdy really is a Band-Aid for some deficiency he does have. He covers up for some of that. You're right, and they've already been noted that.
Right.
That's been documented already.
You know, what Trent Williams did was amazing, considering that the core of the big part of his workout regimen was carrying a giant dog up and down a flight of plane stairs on his private jet. Sign me up for that workout, Ronbo. I'll do that workout with Trent.
God.
But yeah, it was definitely an eye-opening game for the NFL, because out of all the games I saw this weekend, and again, I didn't get a chance to watch too much football because I kind of had to bounce in and out. But yeah, I'm in the studio trying to find, watch things here and there. But what I saw was a very, very physical team. I saw, and I did say the key to the game was going to be Kittle. If you go back and watch the 22, Kittle was just cracking people, man. He was just cracking people.
Ooh, he's back. He's healthy this year. His weight's back up, and Kittle's doing what he loves to do: make a man do something against his will.
Right. But let's look at the stuff that didn't work. I don't think that running Debo up the middle and running him as a running back works anymore.
Stupid.
It surprised everybody when it first happened. It surprised everybody how good he was at it. But he's not an NFL running back. He is at best. I think that he is kind of like your yak receiver, your short yardage guy that can take it to the house.
Like you're saying, that's what he's always been. He surprised defenses with that coming out of the backfield like that. It's time to stop it. Let Ronbo get the carries.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I go back to, Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan, more so than his dad. Maybe his dad later in his career can get kind of stubborn about what they're doing, and they'll hand the ball off to the same running back, 20, 30, 40 times. I just think that's foolish when you have such a long season. You have a long season. You have a long season. It's not because they added a game. It's because they go deep into the playoffs. if the 49ers run the ball, 30 times and control line of scrimmage the way they did, right, with Fred Warner and a good free safety, that's a long day for any defense. And their defense is better, right? So no matter what happens, if they do that, they have a chance to beat anybody.
Yeah.
The biggest weakness is still their biggest strength. The firemen and the arsonists are the same people. And it's like this Kyle Shanahan thing. It's just like he can't get out of his way because just overall, I'm not trying to say what ifs here, but what I am saying is that I saw a $30 million receiver drop a touchdown. I saw a running back.
You know what? Brandon knows.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Everybody's seen that. Brandon couldn't even look at the film. He's embarrassed. He won't even look. He looked at the film yesterday.
Jerry Rice said it. I didn't say it.
Man.
Jerry Rice, like, come on, man. Come on now. That's a dime. That's a dime.
We got to go.
In this game with football, okay, I'm out. Okay. I'm out. But overall, fantastic. Again, this is not sobering. I'm just telling you what I saw. But if they do the same formula against Minnesota, they should win that game. But I'm going to pick the 49ers every single game this year. I'm telling you right now, as long as Purdy's playing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
As long because Purdy is not necessarily the reason why they're winning, but he's a big piece of why they're winning.
Exactly, because you bring another quarterback in, it will not look the same. All right, fam. Get back to that studio. Get those girls on the right track like I know you're doing. I will see you Friday, though, Pop. Don't you miss out. I'll be looking for you. All right?
All right. I'll see you Friday, man.
All right, Pop.
Later.
Later, fam. Hey, yo, Anthony.
What it do, Ronbo?
Anthony, what it do, what it did. As soon as we start talking like that, the first person I think about is as he's being renamed to Marketing Schmo. Hey, Anthony, there's a lot of things to get into, but I can't get over this organization and how well it's ran. Now, we may not get the success we want all the time, but we do more so than most teams around the league. You know how many teams wish they was the 49ers? About 31 others. But go ahead.
Ronbo.
I'm listening.
You know what Dominic Purdy brought to the game?
Dominic Purdy brought
domination. Running offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know why I say that?
Please tell.
Usually when we get those big runs, it comes from the left side. Now we can run on the right side. If you go back and watch the game, a lot of the big runs come from the right side.
Better road grader because he's
a lot of people didn't pay no attention.
Yes, they did. You know why? You see them little circles they had on the field all the time diagramming one thing? They had a little graphic up there, and they showed that was Big Pony. The run went that way. Mason could go right. He could go left. The defense could not set on one side of the field. It was hilarious. Go ahead.
You know what the PFF grade for?
For the O-line?
The highest graded PFF grade in the NFL. 82.2.
Provided for the run, provided for the pass, it equals success. The 49ers on the field all day long. The Jets couldn't get up off the bench. We're running the clock down. It was textbook. Love it. Go ahead, fam. Let me relax.
I pay everything so much to Ronbo. I said, boy, we're a balanced run outfit, but we balance, but we can run to they ain't got to worry about run to the left side all the time now. We run to the right as well now.
Anthony, go ahead and say it. We could stop crying about that offensive line. We got hogs, and we know what we're doing, and they know each other. We got continuity. Even McKivitz, he ain't awful. He ain't great, but he ain't awful. He's getting it. He
ain't awful. He's getting it.
And he's not a bad run blocker now, too. Notice that. So, yeah.
I told you before the season started, Ronbo. This is going to be our 2019 defense right here.
Health. That's all we need. Because Leonard Floyd ain't playing. And
that's all you need.
And you know about Nick Bosa. And Javon Hargrave knows to stop. Don't be lagging. Don't be the one they say ain't pulling his weight. And them two guys we got for the run stop, they put a plug in that. Gosh. Oh.
I think Kyle ran that ball at Hargrave because Kinlaw, because they interviewed Kinlaw. And man, it was like he was trying to down the 49. I was talking to myself, I get to run, put my ears back and do this and do that. Kyle showed him better. He ran the ball right at him.
I gotta go look that up. Kinlaw, I didn't know he was talking trash. You seen him lean over as Debo was walking back to the huddle, and he was saying something to him. I told y'all I was gonna beat your ass. You know how Kinlaw is, and Debo kept on walking, didn't say nothing. And like you're saying now, Debo probably wouldn't have told Coach, give me the ball. They probably gonna run at Debo.
I was looking at the stats today, Ronbo. I was looking at the stats today. When Kinlaw and Solomon Thomas on the field, you know how many yards carried that?
Please tell.
Mason again.
6, 7, 8.
3 yards a carry.
Because you and I know about Solomon Thomas and Javon Kinlaw. Kinlaw's not a bad pass rusher, but he can't stop no run. And that big moose, as big as he is, he just can't do it.
Can't stop no run.
And Solomon Thomas, he just never is going to reach the potential he had. He's too small. You got to play him inside where he can use his speed. You put him anywhere else, he's not effective. Not in the NFL.
Malik Collins is a man, Ronbo. Malik Collins is a man.
He proved that, boy. They didn't shove him around. Whoa! God, I love that team. Man.
But him and Hargrave were pushing that pocket.
And
when they center hot that ball, they was in the bad situation.
Bam! Quick! See, that's the thing about that wide nine.
Quick.
I was worried about that. Now the 49ers figured out, get somebody who can move his ass quick enough to seal that gap and make them do other things and run them the wrong direction right into the arms of Nick and Leonard Floyd. And oh my goodness, because both of them seal that edge pretty well. And boy, this is looking good.
Ronbo, did you know what Nick Sorensen did?
What?
You see the adjustment he made?
He was making constant adjustments.
He took away all that quick passing.
Yeah. And
he took away all that quick passing they were doing. Yeah. But that's how they were miles out of the field the first time. So I said, no, but I ain't playing this crap with what's called playing.
Aaron Rodgers.
He can adjust.
Yeah. I didn't know that they would so quickly, though. You're right. Second half, you didn't see that anymore. Rodgers was getting rid of that quick. That's
right. He took it away.
Was coming across the middle. Man, that didn't work. I loved it.
You remember on that in the fourth quarter when they need that drive, they tried that. Isaac Yoder went in and broke that thing. No. But we ain't playing this short dump off. Those dig routes, what they were doing.
We just demoralized them.
Just to that.
Can you imagine what they're talking about in New York as bad as they love to talk about the Jets? And Rodgers sitting back there saying, well, if you jump off the train now, just know, don't jump back on. Aaron, you ain't got... You tell people don't jump off the train. If you do, don't come back. Who does he think he is? He just got there. Anthony, we got to go. All right, I'll see you Friday, okay? And bring that score with you.
All right, Ronbo.
Night, Anthony. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
This is so much fun. I just knew we were in for a war on Monday night. Oh, God. And, of course, as I thought that, I was lucky I didn't see Phil before the game. It is Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil, go ahead and say it, man, because I know I could have told you not to worry about the Jets. Go ahead, Phil, because I know you. What are you thinking? As far as
I wasn't worried.
I know, not at all.
I wasn't worried.
You were sitting out there with the truck out. The SUV out there with a barbecue going, and I bet you weren't even worried. Yeah. I was.
Anyway, Mooney's the real deal. I just got through watching the tape.
Isn't he amazing?
He was manhandling Quentin Williams.
Now I do have to go watch it again. I never seen that, but I'm not even surprised.
He was he took on Solomon Thomas, Quentin Williams were mainly the two guys he was going up against, and Quentin Williams wasn't a factor. As a matter of fact, Quentin Williams was so pissed off he went to the outside and went up against McKivitz.
The entire second half, you did not see. Williams started the game off with a couple of plays. His name became less and less mentioned as the game went along. You're right.
Cooney handled him. I mean, the guy's the real deal. And that was the weakest spot on our offensive line. And now,
right,
like the previous caller said, we can run to the right and the left. It's, you know.
These and OCs who thought we couldn't, they could stop us?
Followed by Brendel, but Cooney is a man.
Damn.
So,
if we could just
anyway.
Get a solid
and JP, you guys always demanded that we run McCaffrey less. Now you're complaining because he's got a tendinitis in his Achilles.
Yeah, no, I'm mad because Kyle ran him so much last year. I think he was a proponent of that injury. Yeah, spell him, Kyle.
Is attached to the calf. That's the tendon that goes from the calf down to the heel.
Yep.
So when you have tendinitis, everyone's saying it's the calf, it's tendinitis. Well, it's both because they're one and the same.
Then they made that. They made him make that correction too. Phil, do you know if there's any treatment? Is this going to heal up? He's had that condition since January.
Well, it's inflamed, so they're probably giving him anti-inflammatory medicine. You know, Aleve or ibuprofen or something like that.
Yeah.
And you know, he's out practicing. So,
Phil, one more question. Help me understand tendinitis. Is that something that needs to be? Is on the verge of snapping? Is there a need to surgical procedure? Okay, so that's
it's not a surgical thing. It's just inflammation due to soreness, and it just needs to cool down.
Okay. Well, maybe that'll be okay.
Now the danger is if you go on it too much, then you can snap the Achilles.
See, that's what I'm worried about.
And I'm afraid that's what happened to Greenlaw.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because he kept having those ankle problems, and it turned out that the Achilles gave way. So that's what you want to avoid. So for me, let Jordan start, forget McCaffrey this week, and then you start McCaffrey against the Rams. And hopefully it cools down by then.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's going to be fine.
It's just give and go all season long. I just wanted to be healthy come playoff time, last few weeks of the season going down the stretch. I need a healthy Christian McCaffrey. Now, if I got Jordan Mason and Christian McCaffrey, I dare any team to think, if I can run my right, I can run to my left in healthy fashion. NFL was serving notice. Look the hell out.
Well, Ronbo, did you hear what the Rams did today?
What'd they do now?
They put 3 of their offensive linemen on IR.
3?
Along with Puka Nacua.
I know about him.
They're missing 4 out of their 6 top offensive linemen.
I'll be not
They're
talking about
missing their left tackle due to PUD, performance drug.
Uh-oh.
They're missing their backup left tackle. Noteboom went on the IR today.
I saw that.
They're missing their left guard, who they paid a ton of money to. He's on the IR.
Yep. I said when they first paid those guys.
Went out and poached. They went out and poached 3 linemen off of practice squads.
That's not going to work.
They took the Eagles center on their practice squad. They took a couple other guys from other teams. And that's who we're going to play in 2 weeks.
That means they just duct taped a little thing together. Matthew Stafford's going to be stretched out like a plank. I mean, he's got no offensive lineman now, and he ain't the fastest guy in the world. Well, man, it's going to be hilarious.
You've got Floyd and Bosa coming at it.
and Cooper Kupp is his best offensive weapon now. He's got a running back, but still. Oh, that's why I didn't see Rudy over on X.com.
Because the offensive linemen are all going to be off the practice squad.
Love it.
And because they coached them, they've got to be on the 53-man roster for 3 weeks.
At least, yeah,
So,
and if they're on the practice squad, means they ain't that good. Offensive linemen that are good do not go to practice squads. Oh,
exactly.
Ram,
Exactly.
so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm tearing up.
I do love this stuff.
Another win in SoFi.
You know, I hope we don't start. I don't keep our starters out there all day. If those guys,
I would not be surprised if Arizona doesn't beat the Rams this weekend.
Oh, they play the Cardinals,
and I also wouldn't be surprised if New England doesn't beat Seattle this weekend.
Phil, do you believe that was real? What they did against the Bengals?
I mean, Seattle barely beat Denver, who's one of the low 5 teams in the league.
I know that's been said a lot.
They gave up 2 safeties, and they were at home. Seattle ain't good. Ronbo, we got this division wrapped up.
Well, we knew that before. Even if they were going to be good, they were still not. They're going to bow to the 49ers. The 49ers are too tough. Just ridiculously tough. We're playing sick out there beating them, too.
You think we're going to have Hufanga come in pretty soon.
A couple of weeks.
We're going to have Greenlaw after week 5. We're going to have...
Hey, Phil, what did you just say? Greenlaw's coming in after week 5. Where'd you get that notification?
Week 5.
Really?
After the 4-week PUP is up.
Wow. Don't give us Greenlaw back. Oh my God. Well, you know, let's see how good he looks, because that injury's fresh.
Well, they'll probably work him in slowly, you know.
I want to see D. Winters out there first. Yeah. Yeah,
Winters will have to come back. He's going to be back sooner than that because he didn't go on IR. So,
because
we're going to
Devondre
is better.
Is not impressing me, but he's okay. But I think Winters is better than Devondre Campbell. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, Phil, we're going to go.
So, Ronbo, we're going to get better.
I know. That's what I love the most. People are talking trash about the Jets suck, blah, 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 blah. I want to see your team beat them, MG.
You know what? The Jets aren't a bad team. We just made them look bad.
Hey, that defense is still that defense. They may have screwed up, but they also got some help. 49ers are just a little too tough. Phil, we're going to go. Great to hear from you again. Phil, I remember you in a month. But hey, I'll see you Friday, okay?
Well, there's a reason. I was hiking the John Muir Trail.
Okay.
So I went from Yosemite Valley down to Mount Whitney, 200 miles.
Whoa, Phil! Congratulations! Now that is an accomplishment. Yeah. Good God, good for you, Phil.
It was a grind.
I bet it was.
Trust me.
Oh man, that's one of those things where
the first day it was 6,000 feet in elevation.
Oh, how do you breathe?
On the first day.
Oh God!
Going from Yosemite Valley up through up behind Half Dome and then around. So.
Phil, you're a real 49er, man. You met that challenge and defeated it. I love it.
But I had to get done before the first game, so I could tailgate. So
you had to push it. What a man. Well, congrats, Phil. I'll see you Friday.
All right, Ronbo. You take care.
You too. Night, fam.
Later.
Check a Phil out, man. What kind of? Would you consider doing that? That is amazing. Is it double, triple A?
What's up, Ronbo?
Julie, man, I just thought I'd pay more. I couldn't give enough credit to the fact that Brock Purdy and Jordan Mason to combine get paid a little over $2 million a year, and they're out there pretty much. They dictated the flow of this game, offensively for sure, and Pooney's out there showing everybody, you guys needed me, you got me, now I'm going to take you to where you couldn't go before. I'm loving it. Triple A, give me some praises, which is a prerequisite tonight, of Brock Purdy and Jordan Mason, and anything else you want to throw in there as well. Go ahead.
I mean, man, about Purdy, man, he's a stud. Like, he plays nasty. I mean, he just a really good player, Ronbo.
We've been looking for him for years. Years.
And I think he was the highest graded player on PFF as a rookie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, could there be any question about that? I don't even have to look and believe that. Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was a great addition for the 49ers.
Yep.
And
we can run right. We can run left. Used to be that everybody's sending their top defenders to the opposite side of Trent Williams. Now you go over there and Purdy will be waiting. What a trade-off. And Trent Williams isn't in shape yet. Give it another 2-3 weeks. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, I love this team. Hey, go ahead, fam.
But yeah, and I mean, Monday night, I mean, Jordan Mason just
went off.
Just ran like hard on Monday night.
He's got to have a backup, though. I don't want him doing 28 carries a week. So he's got to have a backup. Isaac, I don't know what the 49ers are thinking about him in practice. I'd like to see him spell. You got the other kid we got from Green Bay. See, that's why losing Corey Schrader. Is he still with the Rams? Somebody said we should pick Schrader back up. Did the Rams release Corey Schrader? I got to look that up. But anyway, I don't want to see Jordan Mason out there for 28 carries.
I think
that's too much.
Yeah, I think Cody Schrader is with the Rams.
Yeah, that happened immediately after we cut him or put him on the practice squad. The Rams went over there and got him as soon as they could. So I was wondering if the Rams put him out already. But wait a minute, if he's on the practice squad, isn't he fair game to be picked? No, he can't. Who picks their player back again? Corey doesn't want to come back to the 49ers right now. He might, though. He's just new in the league. He may think it was just strictly business move.
But yeah, and also Brock Purdy, like he's going to get better.
Yeah, no, Brock Purdy, he was. Well, who was that said that? Alex Smith, I think. Brock Purdy is the most fearless guy in the pocket. If Brock Purdy stands there, I don't care what's coming at him. Brock's going to get that ball to where he wants it, and you can come at him all you want to. This is why I'm so glad we got guys like Purdy. You guys got to protect Brock. He'll stand there and find that receiver, and he doesn't care if there's a truck coming at him at 100 miles an hour. He's going to get that done. He scrambles around and does things, but if he's got zeroed in on target, he's going for it. That's why his passes look like they look. Right on the money. Brandon Ayuk ought to be shamed. That ball was put exactly where it needed to be. I mean, exactly. Boink. Brandon, man, I want to smack you, man. Well, come on, man. You're Brandon Ayuk. $30 million a year. Come on, man. What am I talking about? $30 million a month. Oh, come on, man. Ugh.
Yeah, and by the way, I think the VA should do the jump machine like Jordan Mason did.
He used to be able to catch the ball. That is just from lack of work. Timing, everything is off. He should be better in the second week, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think so too. And
ain't no Sauce Gardner in Minnesota, so he should be fine.
Yeah, and also I was very impressed with Malik Collins.
I know. I didn't know what he was going to do. Now we do. Y'all go running down here. Things have changed around here. I'm in charge around here. You ain't getting away with nothing on my watch. Bam! Lay down. Dogs in the middle. The guy from Cleveland wasn't bad, too. I keep forgetting his name. His name will become a little more household soon, though.
Jordan Elliott.
Jordan Elliott, yes.
Is it Jordan Elliott?
That's his name. Yeah, as soon as I hear it, I know that's him. Yeah, that's a guy from Cleveland. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And also, I noticed that Monday night, Aaron Rodgers didn't throw to Charvarius Ward's side.
That's true. Huh? He thought he'd pick on Demo. He got away once. But after that, yeah, everything was short, across the middle mostly. Lazard got away one time. That's true. Lazard did get away, though. But that was on a play that looked like it was going to be a penalty. I think everybody got caught in freeze frame. You know Aaron Rodgers, he's a sharp guy. He went ahead and let that thing fly. Lazard knows Aaron. He was already on his horse. As soon as everybody hit that, whoop, oh, too late. Touchdown, Packers. That's all right. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
But anyway, until you hear that whistle blows, do not stop. You guys, but how long have you been playing ball, man? Come on, man. You got a referee, unless he blows that whistle, it blows it, you just keep going. Lazard kept going. That's a freebie every time that happens. Hey, we got to go, fam. I'll tell you what, I'm going to see you Friday. Bring that score, and, we'll get into that.
All right, Ronbo.
Vikings. Yeah. I got it.
Have a good night, fam.
You too. Night, AAA. What that Brian says lambs cooked like Papa J's lasagna. The Texas boy, imagine since 1992 not beating the Vikings on the road. Texas boy, you need to be concerned about your own damn team, which has got a lot of issues. And Phil, if you don't, Red Eye, you don't like what Phil says, and call in and top him out instead of always talking trash like you love to do. Hey, yo, Salvador.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Salvador, you know, after a Monday night, I was a worried man, and I don't mind admitting it. I thought the Jets were going to put up a bigger fight than that. But then again, I didn't project Dominic Pony looking like he looked, and I didn't know anything about CMC not playing. And so by the time game time came, I almost became a basket case. Lo and behold, there was nothing to worry about. Oh, my Sal, talk about it, man.
Hey, you summed it up right there, Ronbo. You summed it up right there. Since this whole offseason, Ronbo, there's nothing to worry about because all our guys are back on the team. And I mean, hey, we showed up and whooped the Jets' ass on Monday night, Ronbo. We put the NFL on notice, let them know that they still got to come through us. And all them Packer fans, they're pretty sad, upset. They ain't got no quarterback. We'll see the Cowboys in the cup. Yeah, we'll probably be rolling. Hopefully, we're undefeated in a well-oiled machine when we face the Cowboys. When they have to come back to Santa Clara,
Let me tell you one thing about that, though. There's no need to oil that machine. And in fact, you can put that well-oiled machine, leave that in the garage, and bring that old beater that we use when we ain't trying to show off, and go ahead and beat the Cowboys. I want to humiliate the Cowboys this year in a fashion like we haven't in the last 3 years, and let them know under no uncertain terms that they are not equal to the 49ers, and stop pretending to be so. All that would make my
Ronbo.
year. Oh, God.
How worse can we beat them? I mean, we already smashed them in the playoffs a couple times. And, damn, how worse can it get?
Yeah, hey, we put a 40 burger on them last year. That's right. Okay. That's what I'm saying. We can lighten up on them this time and not risk anybody getting hurt. Put that second string out there.
Yeah. Hey, talking about our second stringers, how about Mason, man, stepping up?
I'm loving it.
Who does he remind you of when he's running? Does he remind you of a certain running back?
He looked like beast mode. Who else did he look like? Because he was moving so strong and fast. And them jump cuts. Yeah. Mason is quick. Those movements are just ooh. Who you thinking about?
There you go. So of course everybody's going to do the comparison, to Marshawn Lynch because of the dreads, the style. But I felt like when he was just running out there, Ronbo, it's just reminded me something of like a young Frank Gore. And when you said the jump cuts, that's what it was right there. Because I thought it was his vision. I'm like, man, he runs good. And of course, he's physical, old school running back. He's gonna run some people over. But it was the cuts and the vision. That's what I like from him. And he just it reminded me of Frank Gore, man. And it's just a good thing he showed out on his Hall of Fame day.
True.
I'm glad we got a running back that represented the run game and the 49er legend. Great.
Frank's going to end up in the Hall somehow. That little thing they got him on, that domestic violence thing, could hurt him. I don't know. But as far as a football player is, come on, man. Frank Gore's, that's Hall of Fame all day. So we'll find out.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, I agree with
you. He was a standard here for a long time, man.
I know.
It was real nice seeing him get his recognition, and he loves us, man. Like he's a 49er. He bleeds red and gold, man. That's how it should be.
Sal, Brock Purdy's still getting annoying people saying annoying things. I don't know. You do what you do with the team you're working with. I don't know. What do people expect from Brock Purdy? I still don't get it.
He unfortunately he won't please everybody. There's still going to be that 1% that is still going to doubt him.
And I think it's higher than that.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, God, like Ronbo, we were so lucky with the quarterback that that we have leading our franchise right now. And when you're getting praise from the Mannings, Alex Smith, my childhood quarterback is saying that Brock Purdy is leading the franchise. He's doing all the things the right way, and other just people, pundits are saying that he's just a great quarterback, and he just runs the offense good. But that's really just that's all I want from my guy. And
his job. Just run the offense. Don't overwork. You don't need to do a Josh Allen. You just do your job. And if you do it right, we'll be fine. If you don't do it right, people will understand what it means to be you. It's a bad thing to mess up in this offense. We've seen the quarterbacks have a problem with it. So it's not what Brock Purdy's doing is easy. He makes it look that way because he's good at it. But that's the reason why. And the Mannings were pissed when B.A. dropped that ball. I was that touchdown.
Man,
I said, that's right, dude. Oh, my God. What is wrong with you?
All off season, I was pissed, man, because I know that thing was going to – I knew the downfall was going to happen, It's really hard to put two productive, stellar years back-to-back together. And when you're starting off that year with contract, issues and, you're not in camp, I know a down year is coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, distractions, all that. So, of course, I'm gonna be hard on BA all year. So if you see me in the comments, being negative towards him, or
you got company.
It's because I expected because you wanted that. You wanted to be treated like a number one wide receiver. You wanted this attention, so you're gonna get all the criticism, too.
That's right. Now, you wanted all that attention. You go get it now. Don't mess up. And the thing is, how many people wanted to trade BA when he kept talking about send me to Washington, send me to Pittsburgh? All right, we go send. How about you go to Cleveland? No, I ain't going to Cleveland. Okay, why would we send you? You want to go to New England? No. Oh, what do you want? That's when I was getting mad, and at that point I said, okay, let him go. Get him out of here. God. Ooh.
And it's hard for me to. It's a lot of drama in the off season, so it's hard for me, just to keep up with the bullshit, to check in, because it's a lot of drama and it's just a lot of BS. Because everything, look at our team; it's exactly the same, if not better, But,
with him missing bats and all, he did a little work, but he didn't do that much, and we still scored 30 points. People on this team need to know. You're asking for $50 billion.
30 points again.
Yeah, we can be okay. If you want to be a part of this, you need to calm down with asking for all the money we got. My God. And $30 million, that ain't bad. 28 wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
God. I know I got to be paid more.
Yeah, I know those numbers are just going up. But hey, get ready next year for Brock Purdy, because it's gonna divide the fan base.
And I'm trying not to think about it because I'm gonna try to be neutral, but I'm scared. I don't want any more off-season drama, anything to compare to this past season. This was awful. Trent, CMC, and Brandon. Oh, we be all right. Yeah. We got this. Hey, Sal. Hey, good to hear you, Sal, because I know that you're a guy who stays with the season. It's good for your sanity. It's a good thing to do. I'll see you. I'll see you Friday, though. I'm looking for you.
Yeah, it's definitely Ronbo. I'll try to check in, on those days before game days, so give the scores and my prediction for the game. So, hey, week 1 we got a dub, so I'll see you next week, Ronbo.
Looking forward to it. Night, fam. Salvador, man, we've been talking back and forth for a long time. It's time to ask that question that we ask on each and every program. What time is it?
It's always time to say what I always love to say.
I love when he does that.
And it's Niners all day. How are my people doing?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I'm sitting up here showing appreciation. Number 1 on the day, it's 9/11. And then next, an organization that has managed to keep all their ducks lined up in a row by paying this guy, paying this guy, paying this guy, and still managing to keep a formidable team. Norm, we don't give that enough credence. Other teams are falling apart, with the Rams being the best example. They paid for that trophy. Okay, fine, good for them. And now, no money. And the money they have, they overspent on 2 offensive linemen. They're on the IR. Wow. Okay, shouldn't be laughing, though. But the thing is, that's what happens. But look at us. We know how to do it.
Seems like we're getting better. I think our roster's gotten better. I'm thinking on that defensive line, like that defensive line is ridiculous. Leonard Floyd, Malik Collins, Nick Bosa, and Javon Hargrave. That defensive line, Coach K is licking he's rubbing his hands like Birdman right now. Like he's going to have a year. But the offensive line is where I see that. That's where I'm really like noticing the improvements. And yeah, I just wanted to spend the majority of my time talking about that because ever since I've been coming on Ronbo, I've always stressed young hogs up front, and Dominique Pooney is the hog up front I was talking about.
Yes.
I mean, if y'all watching, I don't know how many Niner fans been watching just watching the after tape, you know what I'm saying, and watching everybody's afterthoughts on Dominique Pooney and how he's been hogging up on these levels, how he's on his first game in the NFL has got one of the best defensive lines in the New York Jets on skates.
Yep. Handling them, too. I didn't even see that Quentin Williams move. I heard he had Quentin Williams saying, "Who is this?"
He's quick with his feet. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to move his body on the field, you know what I'm saying, to get himself in position. Even if, you know what I'm saying, even if the guy gets a step on him in the beginning of his rep, by the end of the rep, it's very rare you're going to get past that guy. It's 73 snaps Dominique Pooney had, and I think only like 2 or 3 were unfavorable for him. The rest of them, he won.
I tell you.
The majority, I'm talking about, he won about 60, 65, 66 out of his 73 snaps. And there was probably a few more that were questionable. And then there was just like 1 or 2 that was like, nah, you lost, bro. You lost, dog.
And I heard he worked out in the gym before he went to the party afterward. On the same Monday night.
And when I worked out, man, I'm telling you, this team is really, and that's why I feel like he was the guy that really catapulted Jordan Mason's game tonight, because Jordan, he was like his Google Maps. He was like, do I go to the Pooh 7 or the knee 7? You know what I'm saying? Which 7 do I pick? Okay, Pooh, knee. Nope, wait, this way, that way. Either way, like Pooney that was his guide. That was his guide sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you guide on the freeway when you driving, you're like, okay, Oakland or Frisco? Oakland, Frisco. Which way you want to go? That's what Jordan Mason had those choices, man. Long. It was great. It was like, as soon as you get the ball in 500 inches, cut back left. And it's 147 yards. And it's like, that right there is telling people like, and people are also looking at Jordan Mason being like, that's a double-edged sword we got, especially if Christian McCaffrey comes back. Oh my God. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to stop us. You're gonna have to really be one of them head on the swivel teams to give the 49ers an issue. It's gonna be very hard to give us an issue.
It's just no. People have already said it already. How are you gonna stop all that offense, especially with Kyle Shanahan running it? He had people running open all day. I mean, Juice was over there lonely. I'm talking. And you got Brock standing back in the pocket half the time, making phone calls to his wife and saying hello to some of his friends and still getting the ball off. I said, I'm
doing
watching
Toyota
this, but I'm still scared. Yeah,
this man did like 2 Toyota commercials. Called his FaceTimed his wife 3 times, like, baby, I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine. Okay.
Norm, if I was running a phone, any kind of a phone company, I'd have Brock on the phone. Brock, we want to do a commercial with you that's going to have you're going to take a snap, you're going to fall back into the pocket, and you're going to make a phone call and talk about what you're doing to him. We're going to put somebody on the other side of the phone, of course, but we want that scene where you're just sitting back in that pocket, taking your time like you do now, which is real. That would be one of the biggest, funniest commercials of the year.
Oh, yeah. So all these other teams, AB, like if you look at all the other teams in the league right now, the fans basically, it's only the fan base that's really talking smack right now, like Rams, Seahawks, Cowboys. We not worried about y'all right now, fool. We got game 2 on the books right now. We got to go up to Minnesota, and last time y'all went up there in
1992. Kirk Cousins is not there, and by the way,
Sam Darnold is there.
Yeah, Sam's not bad, but he ain't gonna beat the 49ers. So Texas boy, go ahead and get your hopes all up, please. Texas boy running around talking about, he's got the numbers and everything. Y'all ain't went to Minnesota and won on the road since 1992. And you hold that energy, TB. God.
And Dallas Cowboys haven't been to an NFC championship since the first PlayStation came out. So how about that information, Texas boy?
Bookmark. Why do these people talk trash just, Norm?
I think that's all I gotta say.
and it's
Niners all day. And shout out to all the faithfuls, the haters, and the fickleberries. We'll see y'all in February. Peace.
Peace out, Norm. And the Fickleberries, you know where you are. You and the haters, you guys one and the same. Oh, God. People come all the way over here to talk trash. Mr. Fang, 3333333. What's up? And Michael. I believe in Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's it going, buddy?
Michael, it's going great because, after every win, we have 5 to 6 days to just enjoy ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And, Michael, the good thing is other people come in crying.
You're ready for the next. It goes by quick. Football goes by quick each week. That's one thing about football. It's not like, some sports. Football goes, man, each week.
I see it. We're going to wait till Michael gets through. Michael, go ahead and give me something about this game and the players involved. I mean, the teams. Actually, not the game, but the 2 guys in question tonight, Brock Purdy and Jordan Mason don't get paid any money.
Oh, Jordan
but look
Mason,
at all the work they put
he looks
in.
Good, man. He looks good, man. I think now for this Sunday, I think we need to do is now we should start letting other guys play in. You know what I mean?
Bring a couple other guys. He's got to back up Jordan.
You don't want to kill Mason to the ground. I don't want to kill Mason. Don't let his tires burn out.
Yeah, no more 28 carries. That's too many.
Nope. No. Like my daughter was saying, the 49ers should go after that running back from the Rams. They're on the practice squad. She says, if we could get him, he'd be good. Schrader. Put Schrader in.
No, he's still over there.
Do other things. And let Debo, Another guy, I don't know if he's on the practice squad. I don't know if I would grab him. Dalvin Cook.
Well, if he came in the offseason, what you see our running backs do is it took a lot of work to get that down, that timing and running behind the offensive line like they do. I mean, you should keep Jordan Mason,
I would love to get back.
CMC. I mean, they look really good running behind those guys, and that's because they know what they're doing. Cook's not going to know.
That or take Breida. I think get Breida back.
Oh, yes.
Bring him back. I think the 49ers, I think they're going to bring him back. I think they're going to sign him this week, I think.
Yes. Matty
Rita,
knows how they do.
Is there any more ex-49ers running backs out there? Is there any more other 49ers running back X's out there? Does anybody know anybody else besides Rita and the guy from the Rams? Anybody else?
Well, we're not getting the guy from the Rams, but Breda's out there still.
No.
I don't know of anybody else.
No, I don't know.
Wilson. Where's Wilson? Is he still with the Miami Dolphins?
Miami. I take him back. again.
I would too. I don't know where. I didn't know if he was available. He's not available.
Bring him back. I know. If you could ever bring him back, he'd be a beast in San Francisco. Him and who was the other guy that used to be good, but he's a backup now. The running back from Miami. Another guy that was good. That was from the 49ers.
Oh no, he's not a backup, is he?
No. You know the guy that did good against the Jets? Mostert. Oh, I love to have him. That'd be the good guy to get him back. But yeah, Breida would be the main thing I'd go after.
Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, but Breida would be the first thing. I think Breida or the guy for the practice squad from the Rams, go after him. I think he would come back.
Yeah, he probably would. I mean,
Well, one of my friends used to play. One of my friends used to play football for the Minnesota Vikings from Greenwich. John Sullivan. He was a center for Minnesota. He was Brett Favre's center.
Oh, I see. That goes back a while. Okay. Yeah, our center's too light in pants. Yeah, Brendan Lee's
they lost a receiver. He's not playing. Addison's not playing this week.
The Vikings?
He's going to be out for Minnesota.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know who he was. I saw that on Bleacher Report.
That's the guy that beat us last year. Remember, Ronbo? That's the guy that scored the touchdown, remember?
Oh, God, now I know who you're talking about. I said, who's Addison? Addison's guy who handed us our butt last year.
We're going to worry about Jefferson and the ex-Green Bay Packers running back.
Oh.
I don't know. Donald might be seeing ghosts to me.
And did you hear what he said? Mm-hmm. That running back said, I'm going to start my new streak for I don't know how many yards a week. But I'm glad he said that. See, now our 49ers.
I'm glad he said that.
You go do what? Okay, come on in. No, let us come on in. Don't talk like that before a game against a team like that. Stupid.
And Seahawks, you better watch out. A lot of Patriots fans say, Patriots have hope. You better watch it, Seahawks. I think the Patriots could win. They're on it. You better watch it. And Cardinals could beat the Rams, I think. Cardinals will play good with Buffalo. I think the Cardinals could play really tough. If the Cardinals beat the Rams, boy.
But, Michael, why did the Bengals lose that game? I need to go back and watch that game. Did the Patriots actually play them? Did Burrows get hurt?
Oh,
did somebody what happened there?
Higgins was out. The receiver Higgins was out. And they don't have that running back Mixon anymore.
Because I don't think the
Bengals don't have that running back.
But I'm trying to understand how in the world did they beat the Bengals?
I think the Patriots could. I think the Patriots can. And I think, the Cardinals could beat the Rams. And I think Tony Rice's Falcons should, I don't want to lose my daughter don't hear it, but beat the Eagles. But, my daughter,
I love that.
Monday night game.
I know the Eagles are tough.
Yeah,
Saquon's going to help them a lot. 4 touchdowns.
Oh, he's a beast.
My God.
He makes the Giants look bad. Daniel Jones, he's done. Giants are done. Yeah, but now it's going to be a lot. I can't wait how fast. Tomorrow night's game is Miami and Buffalo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to be entertainment.
And then Sunday night, I'm going to watch it. Chicago Bears. Is it Sunday night or Monday night? The Bears versus the Texans. I think it's Monday night, is it?
Ooh,
Monday night.
Good game starting off early in the season. Oh, my
That's all right.
God.
Yep.
But
give a shout out to Tony Rice.
The game you're going to be watching the hardest. Watching the Rams-Cardinals, because I want to see the Cardinals beat them up, so Rudy won't be able to come back in the edge for like a month. Hey, Rudy, we miss you.
Green Bay's going to look bad. Green Bay's going to fall apart a little bit.
No, they got
the quarterback.
Love, they got to have him back. They got him.
I think the Packers should go after another quarterback. They should bring in Matt Jones.
Do
something.
Packers?
Because they're on the quarterback they got. I don't like this quarterback. He's a mystery. He's a mystery. He's like the Rams. Rams are a mystery.
No, the Rams are no longer.
I hope they lose. I just want the Rams to lose.
They got too many people.
No, I just want the Rams to be 0-2 before we play them in week 3. So they could be 0-2, we'll be 2-0. These Chickens will be 1-1. Cardinals will be 1-1. Wow, we could run that division out. I'll let you take that division out fast.
Oh, God, yes.
No?
Stop Rudy from talking. That just means so much to me because he just talks so damn much.
Rudy Fruity. I call his nickname to be Rudy Fruity. Bunch of cooties.
Like we got to go.
All right, but I'll talk to you when?
Friday. Bring that score.
Friday, right? Friday.
All right.
I'll bring it with me and a suitcase and some cheesecake with it.
Ooh, Michael, you know how much I love cheesecake. Come on, don't mess with my don't play with my emotions.
I'll be honest, I'll send it to you. I'll fax it to you, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Michael. And shout out to Nikita, too. All right, fam. See you Friday. Yo, Ellis. Ellis. And there's a very mysterious hush on the Ellis phone. Mr. Black Eye CMC, get healthy. Mason, get his feet wet. 1-2 punch. Ellis. There he is. He is that man. The one Reno says is our number one citizen. KC.
Oh, man.
Brunskill said to say hello to you.
Who said that?
Brunskill. Hey, what's Brunskill's first name? Brunskill, Nick, what's Brunskill's first name?
It's Dan.
Dan. Hey, what was that you said, that graphic that went around and almost went viral? Brunskill has never, name one thing that Brunskill's ever done.
No, there was a caller that was like, let's be honest, does Brunskill do anything great? No.
That was what it was.
And I just took it so personal because, you're never going to hear Brunskill get interviewed after the game.
So, right?
He's never going to have a chance to defend himself.
I'd take Brunskill back now, though, as a backup, because you know what? Brunskill wasn't all that bad on the left tackle. I mean, the right tackle. Left tackle either when Trent got hurt. But Brunskill and Pooney together, I'd be relaxed.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. So,
Ronbo, I didn't come here to talk about Dan Brunskill.
Yes, you did, because I just brought him up because I know how much you like Brunskill. Hey, I spotlight tonight. Other than the fact that the team is good, there is a reason why those inexpensive players like Brock Purdy and Jordan Mason, I mean, the way the 49ers do business, it just, other teams wish. D'Amico and C.J. Stroud is no money, but to have two players of that caliber and not have to pay them any money and have them enough money to put absolute Avengers all around these guys, it's such a luxury. It's going to run out. Brock's got to get paid next year, but that's why we got to get it done this year, Casey. But give me some love for JP and BP. The two P's?
Yeah.
There you go. Brock Purdy and General. Oh, no, Jordan's Mason, Jordan J.M. I'm sorry, where'd I get P? Jordan Mason. this PA got me confused. But anyway, Case, go ahead.
Well, I mean, that was about as good of a week one as the 49ers could hope for.
Oh. In case you do buy into this, the Jets suck. I mean, we beat a team up, and immediately people, oh, man, the Jets suck, man. You guys didn't do anything special.
It's tough for me to figure that one out, if the Jets are that bad or if the Niners are that good. I think the Niners are that good, and I think you can tell because Aaron can still make those really amazing throws. It just seems like he doesn't have that same kind of competitive, put a drive together kind of thing that he used to have. And it seems like Brock Purdy, he had no touchdowns and no interceptions yesterday, but if he keeps having games like that, they're going to win the Super Bowl. If he has the numbers, he could be MVP. He's one of the best players in the league. His calm and his...
He is. Boy, it's calm.
He's like Joe Cool now, right? I mean,
he's out there. You never see his expression change. The rush is coming at him at 100 miles an hour. I'm getting scared for him. Get rid of the ball, Brock. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball. And he gets it out. You know, he sees the guys coming.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
But it's a beautiful thing, Ronbo, to see the 49ers firing on all cylinders. Their defense is playing really well with a new defensive coordinator. They've got a lot of good pieces, pretty much every area. And you know, seeing Moody go 6-6 is kind of like the bookend for what the team is supposed to do on all three phases. So.
Absolutely. And special teams in general looked good yesterday. They weren't giving up them 40-yard runs. And, you know, Jake Moody's, even that one he hit the inside of the upright and bounced in. We got the 3 points. You know, we got to stop talking bad about him. Somebody said he had 2 kicks over 45 yards. I didn't even know that. All I do when Jake Moody comes out in the field, the first thing I do is get nervous. I stare at him as he comes from the sideline. Going, "Oh, come on, Jake." Only thing I do, Jake, don't miss this. You got to stop thinking that way. Have confidence in Jake. Casey, you're guilty of that too.
Well, Ronbo, every time you know, a 49er kicker gets ready to kick a field goal, I swear at the TV. But
yeah, you know.
Better freaking make this, Moody. You know,
all of us do that. All of us do it.
Yeah.
We get mad before he even kicks the ball.
Freaking make this, Moody. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, if it's a chip shot, if it's 60 yards away.
We got to stop it. I'm gonna try to stop it. We got to stop that. Come on, we could treat him nicer than that. But the first thing he does, what we do is exactly what you said. I do it. I dare him to miss it. Yeah. So, you know, but he hasn't been missing, and we need to give him a break.
I think Moody's great. I'd like to see Moody be a 49er for life. Is it too early to say that? I mean.
Well, we've never had a kicker stay with us for – I'm trying to wonder who's the longest guy to ever stay with the 49ers. Was it Dawson? We've had some kickers down through the years, and they usually come and they stay for 5 or 6 years. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a.
I feel like it might be Joe Nedney. I don't know.
Oh yeah. We'll see. Well, we hope Jake's
Worshing,
right? Worshing with his. Yeah, Jake's what 22, 23, somewhere in there. So you figure Jake's got a decade of kicks in him, easily. Robbie went till 40.
Imagine being Mitch Wishnowsky, Ronbo.
Yeah.
You get paid an NFL salary, and all you had to do was punt the ball once to get that game check.
Hey, and when the new rule changes, some of these kickers that are coming in the league and say they're kickers, they're going to get salary slashed because they're not doing anything.
Mitch's stat line yesterday or 2 days ago was 1 for 1 with 58 yards on punt. Go have yourself a nice night, Mitch. You deserve it.
I mean, it's a good job.
I'd love to be the punter for the 49ers, man.
Casey, the thing is, you should have been practicing that way back in junior high school. Who knew that one day kickers wouldn't have any work to do, but they demand at least a $2 million salary? How much is Mitch getting anyway? He's getting somewhere in that neighborhood, isn't he?
I don't know, Rombo.
He's been paid over a couple $1 million. I'm pretty
sure. If Brandon Ayuk makes $1 million a game or whatever, Mitch Wishnowsky's got to be making $50,000 for that punt, right? I mean, geez, man.
That's right. I never did the math on that.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk's getting over $1 million a week, and he dropped the pass.
Yeah.
That went right.
That's pretty phenomenal, especially considering that Jerry Rice made $48 million in his entire career.
It was the way the economy and the bar was set, you know. God,
yeah.
Poor.
Well, you know, Rombo, I'd also like to shout out Kyle Juszczyk, man. That guy is something else. You know, I feel like Kyle never gets enough love, man.
Yeah, and you're right.
This guy always takes a pay cut.
Oh. He's
got like the coolest wife ever.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to be Kyle Juszczyk or Mitch Wishnowsky.
we gotta go, guys. I was saying Friday, and bring that score with you, and maybe you can talk to Mitch and and use check and see what they say. Maybe make arrangements.
No, well, you know what, Ronbo? To be honest, I actually have a recurring dream that I play for the San Jose Sharks. I wake up and I try and get back in that dream. It feels so good. It's never going to happen. But
you never know. I want you to start practicing. All right, Casey, let me see you Friday. Bring that score and let the good times roll.
I don't know, Ronbo. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, Casey. Yeah. Have a good night. And 49er Brian, what up? What to do, player? I heard today Lambs want AD back. That is not going to happen. And Blue Blood Sports TV is back. This is a big statement week early for us in our journey. We haven't beaten the Vikings in Minnesota in 32 years, which is a graphic I wasn't really aware of. But we don't go that often to Minnesota, so it's not something that should be overemphasized as far as the length of time. Okie Niner says 8th year following. Watch this show, Okie Niner. I appreciate it and salute you, my dude. First time I saw that name, I couldn't stop laughing. Okie Niner, it's been a pleasure. Let's continue. Steven, the man who said, listen, we really should trade Brandon Ayuk, and I don't get where he goes. Let's get him out of here. So, BA, know this. That little holdout, and then it culminates in week 1, and you dropped a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, BP.
I still stand on business, Ronbo.
You know, Brock Purdy had a touchdown every week last year, and he had one this year to start the season off, and you bobbled it because he trusted you. God. Well, Stephen, Brock Purdy, Jordan Mason, $2 million worth 50. How good do we have it? Stephen?
My bad, Ronbo.
Yeah.
We got it all.
Wait a minute.
Sorry. Scarlett's screaming right now because
is that
she's hungry.
Scarlett? Oh, look. I guess feed little Scarlett. What? There you go. Tell him, Scarlett. We got you back.
Yeah, there you go. I gave her a bottle. But, yeah, no. It's that we're in a pretty good spot because, we got all this talent, but at the same time, we also got to look at what we're paying in the future. I think JP, we owe him a contract next year, don't we?
You said who?
JP Mason.
Hey, you know what? Yeah. But you know what? He's a restricted free agent. The 49ers can abuse him for a while, a lot like they did Kendrick Bourne, a lot like they did Jawan Jennings. This happens a lot with the 49ers. We get these really good ball players that play their role really well, and then you can abuse them for like 2 years. You got one more year in 2025. He's a restricted free agent. Somebody else has to match the money. But I tell you what, Steven, somebody will match the money. If Jordan Mason is running like he is now, and he goes to anywhere else, and he's unrestricted free agent. Wait a minute, he's restricted. Yeah, the 49ers get dibs on him no matter what. So,
You know who he kind of runs like, and not many people have noticed it?
What's that?
There's obviously they're going to say Frank Gore. They're going to say, Beast Mode. He runs like Michael Allstott. He runs like Michael Allstott. He will run right through you if he can. He will do it in a spectacular fashion.
But Mason has footwork to go along with it. That movement with his hips and could spin on a dime, go left, go pivot right, left really quickly, depending on which way the defender commits. That jump cut, that is vicious. And he does it so quickly. You don't pay attention, didn't you realize it was a jump cut? I see, Jordan Mason, what you see is real. That's not luck.
Yeah. Oh. No, that is pure skill. And he has worked hard for it. He even said he spent $3,000 on a machine that helped him elevate his game.
And
just so he can play, be on the same level as CMC.
Tell you.
And then one thing I wanted to talk to you about too was on Sunday, as you look at Ricky Pearsall at the sideline and how he was staring at the game the whole time.
Oh man, he wants to get in there so bad.
He was mentally there. He was mentally there from start to finish.
He's a football player.
Because that's that 1,000-yard stare of I'm gonna catch over all these players. If this is what my competition is, it's easy.
this actually, for that reason, could be, I hate the way it happened, but this could be good for Ricky. And also, CMC has now been ignited. I don't know how healthy he is, but now he sees he is not the only glory boy at his position on this team.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he has good feelings about Mason, but he's going to go out there and try to outdo Mason. Now you got both of them doing that and not saying anything to each other.
And you know who else you got trying to, also watching the ball, Ronbo? Dre Greenlaw. D winners.
Oh, yes.
Who's really going to shine? You know who else? We already seen it. Jair Brown, Talanoa Hufanga. Or is it going to be Jair Brown and Malik Mustafa?
Talent.
I mean,
talent. Oh, we got talent.
Out every corner. And you know what, too, Ronbo? I don't know if I heard this correctly, but Daniel Brunskill's gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We also picked up a offensive lineman from the Cleveland Browns during the offseason. His name is Chris Hubbard, or as he went by in college, Chubba Hubbard. I don't know why they called him that, but the Browns released him, and the Browns pretty much fell apart after that. I mean, if you watched them against the Cowboys, man, it was like Deshaun Watson had no offensive line. There was nobody guarding him, and Chubba Hubbard was part of the reason why we couldn't beat him last year in Cleveland.
Why would they get rid of him, though? That makes no sense. I always worry when good players are gotten rid of with no mention as to, was it a cap casualty? Did they have some disagreements? I don't understand. Why would you get rid of him?
I think it was cap casualty because they paid way, way too much for Deshaun Watson. And then they also had to pay Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett wanted a good chunk of change, and rightfully so, because Myles Garrett is no slouch. Myles Garrett is that guy. He is the sole purpose of that entire defense. He is the literal backbone.
Well, you know what? He scares the bejesus out of me, so, they'll probably be fine with him. But Jesus Christ. Myles Garrett is, God. But
imagine if the Niners were able to swoon Myles Garrett. Man, Nick and Myles Garrett with Javon Hargrave?
I don't think the league wouldn't allow it. I can't imagine that. I could see them trying to block that deal. Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa on the same team. There's not enough quarterback to tear up for both of them. Woo!
Let's talk about something real quick that I noticed. On the game. Has anyone noticed that Jawan Jennings is a lot more harder to take down than he was last year?
Yeah, well, last year was tough.
I mean, his footwork is nasty.
Yeah. And you saw that, right? He was trying to drive for that first down and took three guys to bring him to the dirt. I said, Jawan, I said, go down, Jawan. Go down. I don't want you to get hurt.
How many third down conversions did he get in that game that resulted in first downs?
At least 3, right?
Damn near every single touch he got. Not a single drop. And Brandon Ayuk, Mr. I want $30 million, dropping open passes in the end zone. Motherfucker, I swear. And you guys were against me. Don't trade Brandon Ayuk.
And he could have ended that whole fiasco early in August. And he admitted to it. He shouldn't have done that because I was trying to like him.
Ronbo, he could have ended it. He could have ended it sooner.
Oh, I know.
That's the problem. He wanted to play to the last minute thinking he was worth more than what he was actually worth. And this is the one time I talked down on a player because it's like, bro, you made this way harder than it was. Not only that, but you strung along longer than it should have been. And on top of that,
you missed that pass.
You suffered.
Dude, we got to roll, though. I'm going to see you Friday. Bring that score, scarred it, a little Rome, and we're going to get this done.
Who are we playing again on Friday? On Sunday? I forget. Who are we playing again on Sunday?
I know, right? They are easy to forget. They're the Vikings. We're going to Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. We're going to Minnesota. Sam Darnold.
You know it's going to be exciting, the game
Justin
next
Jefferson.
week. the Rams.
Oh, that's easy. Oh, yeah. I'm going to the Cardinals game, Ronbo, up in October.
All right. So we're going to hook up. We're going to hook up for that. Yeah, we'll get that together. All right. All right, fam.
All right. I'll see you then.
All right.
All right, Ronbo.
Night, Steve.
Have a good night.
You too. Thanks, fam. And Blue Blood Sports says, I hope we sit CMC for at least 4 weeks. Achilles is a career ender, And Mason runs like Marion Barber. We're seeing, Blue Blood, thanks, fam. We're seeing a lot of things in Jordan Mason. He represents everything that's a badass. I'm telling you, man, that dude, I had no idea. I knew he was going to look good, but damn. Ellis. Hey.
What's happening?
No, so we're just in there laying praises on people. Marion Barber, what's his name? That big running back who ran through people like they was paper. Frank Gore, Marshawn Lynch. He's Jordan Mason, damn it. He can make it his own name. Ellis laying praises on them boys tonight because, man, Brock Purdy and Jordan Mason costing no money and getting it done.
Yeah, it was a sight to see. You know, we needed that. We needed to see everything work, everything flow. Yeah, I heard about the Debo stuff that y'all was talking about earlier. It's definitely not a good idea to be having Debo taking snaps out of the backfield. Like,
let's let that.
If he needs to bring up Patrick Taylor, he needs to do something. He needs to, Kyle, do something else.
And that's not working anyway, Ellis. Teams have I don't know, they must spend half their practice now, the DCs, they don't want Debo to get started doing that. That can ruin your chances right off the top. Teams are working hard to do that. They're actually meeting Debo damn near in the backfield. So, stop it, Kyle. Redesign that play.
And he's not a running back. Like certain running backs don't have vision. Mm-hmm. And Debo doesn't have vision coming out the backfield. He just kind of runs hard, and he'll move around a little bit. But there's a difference between seeing the hole and then knowing that the hole is not there and then bouncing out or creating a hole, creating a lane, or, taking it from one side and going back to the other side. Because usually when you go all to one side, the opposite side is wide open. So if you could just suck them into one side and then say, okay, now I got y'all over here, and then we turn around and then go back to the other side. You see it, happen a lot, but the guys get, in the moments like, shit, I'm going forward with it, and even if you only get 2 yards or 5 yards, had you been thinking about on the back end what you could have maybe got, you could have probably picked up 15 or more, you know what I mean? So,
and they rarely run misdirection with that. So, I want to see Gurindo out there. I like your idea. Let's get Isaac Simburn and see what he looks like on that same play, because he does know where the holes are from the tape I've seen on him before he even came to San Francisco. So,
it's just not. I mean, it'll work sometimes, with Debo, because he can make plays and stuff. But it's just the risk versus the reward. It's just not. It doesn't pan out. So it doesn't make any sense to try and do anything like that.
And he looked hurt that one play too. He's sitting on the sideline grimacing. So I don't know what that was about.
Yeah. Hopefully it was just him tired, but it could have very well been some.
He said supposed to be in shape this year. Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. The past game, Brock was doing well, but we got to get some more. We got to get some more. If we start passing the ball to Kyle Juszczyk more, I'm gonna keep advocating for him because he's one of the guys that are just not in the. He doesn't garner attention, and when he's actually good.
Ellis, you just run out. That sounds like that battery just died, kind of quit. Ellis. I know because I've had that happen. It's so embarrassing. You can go, oh, man. I thought I charged this thing. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, no. So yeah, man, what I was saying is that, Kyle Juszczyk is not on the radar. And if Kyle could just, start utilizing him more often, I'm glad, during the press conference he was asked about that. Because then that should get him to where he starts putting in more plays for him throughout the game. He just deserves a lot more. You guys got him taking pay cuts and shit. And, he's such a great player. He's underutilized. And, I mean, there's so many accolades and things that, he could have achieved just being on this team alone, had Kyle utilized him more often, but he doesn't. And that's for me, it's always been a problem. He's one of the, he's probably like dependability. He's probably in the top 3 of dependability on the entire team.
Right next to JJ. And how many times the camera panned over to this replay shows Kyle Juszczyk sort of jogging down the left side? Nobody is over there. No 49ers, no defensive people. It's just him. I said, why don't we notice that? And finally he did, but still.
Yeah, man. I just want to see him start utilizing Kyle Juszczyk some more, man. It's been bothering me for a minute. This could be his last year. And I just, thinking of it, put myself in his shoes. It's like, man, I want to be utilized more. I want to be a part of the offense more. I know it's exciting for him to open up these, these blocks and do all these great things to make the offense run, and just being on a team with great players. It's a privilege in itself, and it's motivating and, inspiring just to be there. But he's got so much more to offer, you know what I mean? And I just hate that, Shanahan doesn't use him.
He's not going to retire.
He'll use everybody else. I mean, JJ needs to get the ball more, but Kyle Juszczyk has been on this team.
Yeah.
So, that could be the secret weapon, and they should start using him more. That's offensively, that's the only thing I want to see improve outside of, some other things going on in the backfield and not Deebo Samuel. But if Deebo's not getting separation, man, and he just keeps running those slants and shit, across the middle, and he's not really able to be productive, I mean, I could see why Kyle maybe wants to utilize him a little bit differently. I think
just find a job for him.
Jacob Cowing. I want to see Jacob Cowing take take a jet sweep or two. I want to see Jacob Cowing get a couple of plays. Get creative, Kyle. Start utilizing your rookie weapons now, man, while you got them, because
and get them up to speed.
Just
because they could be necessary any moment.
Yeah, I would have did it a long time ago, man.
Well,
I would have did it. Yeah.
We got to go. But listen, I'm going to see you Friday, and since the season's rolling now, well, we can get excited.
Yeah, man. Look, Dominic Pooney coming in as a rookie playing this great. He'll probably be the first guard that gets a contract from us in a long time. I think he's well worth, the whatever money he'll garner at that time. For now, we don't even have to worry about it. If we could get 3-4 years of a healthy Dominic Pooney, I mean, just think of the, the benefits and how much, of just a success that you could get out of a player like that. And then as a team, his presence on the team, man. So absolutely. I'm thankful for that pick, and we'll see what's up, man. It can only go up from there, So shout out to him.
Go.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, though, fam. Thank you for the platform.
Thank you, Ellis. Appreciate you. You know this. Yes. All right, fam.
Man, shout out production, man. Shout out Tony Tone and the Dragon family and Donut Tanisha. Shout out the chat. Y'all know who you are, man. And yeah, man. Hey, did you see Young Montana's goofy ass fraud Tana? In there, he's got a Patrick Mahomes profile picture, and he's in there talking about Brock Purdy. I told y'all he was fake. He was not a real Niners fan.
And
he was getting chummy with everybody in the chat, and people was really thinking that he was a Niner fan.
No,
he's not a Niner fan.
No, I timed him out. Is he back already? I'll time him out again. All right, all right.
Tell you what, yeah, man. All right, man.
See you Friday, fam.
Yeah.
All right. Hey. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Yeah, he's referring to the guy called Dak Elliott, and the guy's, God, he's absolutely disgusting. Blue Blood Sports, hey, we cut Breda to put a injury-prone Deebo in the backfield. Knowing CMC was nursing his Achilles, Breda would be perfect. And by the way, Blue Blood, thank you. And then we got rid of Corey Schrader, who probably just needs to be brought along. I have a feeling from his history that eventually he's going to figure the NFL out too. The dude is good. It's marketing schmo.
Yo, what it do, player? How you feeling me tonight, player?
I'm feeling you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Marketing Schmo knows the score.
I know,
but he's not going to make fun of New York because it's 9/11 today.
Yo, man, that's true. That's good. Marketing Schmo's got some class. I know.
But you know that other shithole of L.A. is terrible. They're horrible. And they got routed by those lambs. I mean, by the Lions, excuse me. Steamrolled.
Oh, they got 8 up. They got 8 up by them Lions. Lambs, 8
up. Hey, Ronbo, this stuff with Jordan Mason, he's beast mode 2.0. You know that, right?
Yeah, most of everybody, that's the first reflex you have because he's strong and he makes some cuts and doesn't run over people. He smacks through people and carries bodies.
Right.
For all, if he's 2 yards on the first down marker, they're coming with him. I love it.
So what I want him to do next time he has to deal with the press, the sports media, just say, hey, man, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying, player?
And then it really be like beast mode. Nice Jordan says, listen, I wish you direct those questions to Coach Shannon. I don't have any particular response.
No. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
And then I wish you do that first, actually. I hate when they try to stir things up like that. Damn.
Oh, and then Jake Lloyd. Oh, that's baloney that CMC ain't playing because it was hurting my fantasy picks.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You know what?
Later for him in his fantasy.
I hope Mike Tyson beats your ass, you little whiner.
No, God. I mean, okay.
I couldn't believe it.
But you know what? It's understandable because CMC gets a lot of people a lot of W's and fantasy. And I say, you know what? Okay, guys. But there's no point in overreact to that. And by the way, it's a risk when you do that anyway. So
dumb,
don't
Ronbo.
get pissed off. Yeah.
It's so dumb to complain about something like that.
They're serious, though.
Yeah. But Ronbo, who do we play? Minnesota Twins?
Hey, do they have a hockey team? Minnesota. What's the name of their hockey team? Are they the Flyers? They're the Flyers, aren't they? I think so.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're gonna get stomped because Ronbo. How great it is now that we have a great defensive line and a great O-line at the same time. Oh my goodness!
When was the last time that was the case? I think Harbaugh.
10 years ago?
Yeah, Harbaugh had that.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a feeling, man. I mean, how better did that make our team overall,
overnight,
having 2 lines? Yeah. It was just crazy.
Brian, we were worried about that offensive line. Everybody, especially me and everybody. What are we going to do about this offensive line? We didn't know about Pony. Not yet.
And our run blocking. We were worried about run blocking. They shut those guys down. They couldn't run for shit.
Because the left side
was amazing to watch.
Because the left side goes without saying. They're going to make things easy for the running back. But usually we can only wonder that run side with real safety and confidence. Now you got Big Dom over on the right side now, and all of a sudden even McKivitz picked his game up a little bit. I said, this is that's amazing. He makes that kind of difference. He handled Quentin Williams. What? Oh,
slapped him around like Ramilia on I don't know, in the buffet line.
It really does look like he spends a lot of time in the buffet line too. He's a little around.
I've noticed there ain't been any lamb chops around lately in the chat, or they just kind of disappeared. They died off.
I was laughing about that on X. I says, you know what? It's going to be nice not having to deal with Rudy for it. Rudy came back initially after the game because it was killing him that we won the game, compounded with the fact that he lost his game. He was praying that we lose to the Jets, and it didn't happen, and now his whole world the lights turned out, and he was in darkness.
Ronbo, I think we're going to be seeing our buddy Jimmy G here in week week 3 or 4.
Yeah,
very
they got
soon.
no offensive line, and then how long will he last out there with that offensive line looking like paper? So
I feel bad for Matt Stafford. He's going to get roughed up.
He's meat
it's
this
coming.
weekend. Stetson Bennett Jr.
But Ronbo, if I could, Mr. Pick.
Yes, I like this.
Rombo, there's only one thing I need to. Brock had a great game, but I think you already said it. I wish he would just learn to slide with his feet forward, please.
And stop those dives.
I don't want him to get smacked.
That shoulder could get out.
I don't like those.
I don't either. Coach's got to talk to him. I guess those guys are doing that because you just got to get down as quickly as possible. They don't have time to think about technique and going down and everything. But do have technique. Russell Wilson never did that. He always slid, but he's a baseball player.
Somebody's going to take a shot at him when he does that. Somebody's going to go down on him.
They'll get flagged, but
I don't
still,
like that.
He'll be hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when he does that, I have flashback to when old Warren Sapp took out Steve Young and Jerry Rice the same game. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
That really bothers me.
Yeah, you got it. But Steve Young didn't know anything about sliding either. So, it just goes to show. Yeah, slide, guys, please. We
don't need those concussions. They're terrible.
Hey, and Brock's a baseball player. He knows how to slide. I'm talking about correctly. God.
Yeah. He's got to work on that, Ronbo. He's gonna get hurt. I don't want to see Purdy get hurt.
I've seen him slide a couple of times. Last year, I remember he slid. I forgot he's a baseball player. And but now I said, Brock, the first down you could have slid for that too. You see where that marker is? Just drop your foot. You know where to put it, and the refs will mark it at that spot. He's worried about that. I can tell. He'll be all right. He'll make it.
Yeah, and then hey, I gotta call somebody out too. He's a 49er guy.
Okay.
I at least think he is. He's that guy from Tennessee. I'm not allowed to say his name. He lives on a lake somewhere. Anyway, it wasn't just Jerry Rice that was calling out BA. It was the Mannings. It was just about everybody in the media that was calling out BA. It wasn't just Jerry. And I was sitting there watching with my brother, the Mannings they were with Belichick today, I think. Weren't they? Yeah, sitting with him. And Belichick just sat there. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Rombo, those two brothers give more shit, to each other. They remind me of my brother and I because they're the same age.
Yeah.
We do the same crazy stuff they do. And it's just fun to watch those guys. But, hey, they were right. That was a dime, and that should have been caught.
Absolutely. Nobody's going to say otherwise. B.A. blew it.
No.
But, Brian, we got to go.
Oh, he did.
I'm going to look
All
for
right,
you
guys.
And
Rombo, I love you. I appreciate the platform.
I appreciate that, fam.
Yeah, I love everybody in the chat except for you lambs that are just not here tonight, which is even better.
and wish you guys would take that God, man, Dak Elliott could go with you. God, I'm tired of him.
Dak Elliott, yeah. All right, anyway, Rombo, you have a good night. Everybody take care. See ya.
Night, Brian. There he goes. 49er Brian, a.k.a. Marketing Schmo. Marketing Schmo, Brian used to like it because we like you. Jalen!
What's going on, Ronbo? Motherfucking football season now.
Yeah, you can tell, huh? Because you don't have to have game celebrations. Yeah. We're going to be on the other side of the fence, though. When we lose a game, it's going to be depressed. Lights going to be off in here in this show. Y'all be calling. Y'all, you'll see us be sitting in there crying in the dark. I hate when they lose.
See, I have no plans on crying because I expect us to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know, right?
And we damn sure can at least.
Ooh.
Oh, well, kid.
We want to get, you know what?
Yeah.
We're giving love night to, first of all, the wonderful souls of 911 who put their lives on the line, first responders and people that had to do that job but did it willingly. And then next, after that, way after that, you look at the 49ers organization. Jalen, I'm glad you called because I know how you feel about the organization with little snippets here and there. But the fact of the matter is, when you look at Jordan Mason and Brock Purdy, how much money they cost and how much payload they're delivering, talk to me, Jalen.
Well, Ronbo.
That's why I wanted to ask you this question. I wanted to see you go through a little bit of that. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, Ronbo, none of this stuff would be a problem, really. It's basically we're on our way to a rebuild phase. Let's just call it how it is, Ronbo. We're on our way to a rebuild phase. We're not going to be able to keep.
Now remember, Jalen,
Ronbo,
I just want to do the math before you do this. Now, some of the guys you got already signed that put us through all that pain and agony, you don't have to worry about them. You do have to worry about a couple of them, but not many. Not many of the blue chippers. The core could stay intact for a while.
The core is getting older.
Well, there's that, though. They got to be replaced. I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. So the core is what? Kittle, Fred Warner, Debo, and who else?
Yeah, and Debo's
Nick Bosa, 4 people.
Yeah, Nick's not that old.
So 4 people.
Yeah.
So it's 11 people on both sides, and we got 4 people locked up.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronbo. And one of these guys, 30 plus years old. Yeah, like I said, we're on our way.
Hey, Jalen, but you got to realize, though, we do things methodically that make sense. Now, the 49ers they're gonna get some other players in there, and we're gonna. Did you see Jordan Mason coming? I didn't know what a Jordan Mason was. All right, I look at that guy. I look at that kid Mustafa. I look at Jair Brown. I like the way we draft. The 49ers, Kyle and John and the scouts. They're going to keep that team seated with good stuff. D Winters? D Winters is going to be a monster.
But he doesn't play these guys. We can keep saying that all we will.
No,
never
they
know
have to play them soon.
Put them on
No, they're going to play.
Well, why doesn't he?
Well, no, they got to come in and beat somebody out. Well, you can definitely see they're going to come on. But how long do you think before Mustafa's on the field? You know, it just takes a minute. Demo wasn't supposed to be in there as soon as he was. He got in there. It's just a matter of time. You know?
Okay. If you think you believe in him, Ronbo, hey, I can't
I'm trying to bring you over from the dark side. You got to believe in him, too.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm seeing perfectly clear. Kyle Shanahan is holding his team back. There's nothing dark about me saying that.
I'm just saying
John Lynch is
you be over swinging that lightsaber over from the dark side. You need to come on over to the Empire, Jalen. I'm telling you right now, man, it's gonna be well. They know what they're doing. We're moving those pieces around.
We're gonna see, man. The second Ronbo, I shit you not. In 5 years, if this man ain't won a ring, y'all gonna all be saying, "Damn it, you know what? Jalen might have been." you know what? Jalen was. If in 5 years this man ain't got no ring, y'all gonna be like, you know what, Jalen was right. Damn it, Kyle just can't get it done.
You know.
Oh, okay, Ronbo.
I'm just saying.
We got
this year looks real solid. Jalen, normally it's about health. If Dre Greenlaw doesn't snap his Achilles in 2 pieces, the Lord was blessing the Chiefs that day. It's like Russell Wilson used to make me so mad. Yeah, God was wearing a Hawks jersey today. What?
Ronbo,
my
we had
God.
Ronbo, what's your excuse? Okay, so what's the excuse for the 10 points at half?
There's no excuse. They blew that.
All right, and there's nothing to say. If none of that Achilles and fumble ball on the front matters, if we up 28.
Let me add some texture with. Listen.
Man got out.
Let's contextualize that a little bit now. Remember, the defense hadn't given up any points to them either. It was a close game. It was closely fought. Granted, we did blow it on offense, but that game was kept close the whole time until that paralyzing moment in overtime. Ray McLeod. We still should have won that game.
Ronbo, but like I said, though, with the offensive player of the year in that high-ranked offense, if we up 28-3 or even 21-3 and that fumble happens, nobody even cares because the offense has been productive that whole day. It's the fact that we had 10 points and could not move that.
I know.
Kyle Shanahan.
I offer no argument.
Right. No. We got Minnesota next week. Now, we lost to them last year without Justin. I'm hoping that this year we can beat them.
Yeah, listen, you know what's really unfair?
You remember that?
I know that. Addison, but you see now we don't have to deal with Addison and Jefferson. Addison got hurt. That's the boy that cleaned the 49ers clock out last year. Jefferson go beat Jefferson, and you can double team him. You can only hope to hold Jefferson down. We're going to have to score points on the Minnesota Vikings, though. I think they can do that, but you can only contain Jefferson. You're not going to keep him down or stop him. So I think we have to score 20. We have to score 30 points again to win.
Yeah. But that defense, Ronbo, that defense might be a problem. That defense is good.
Minnie's defense? You think they're better?
Minnesota's defense is good.
I don't believe they're better than.
He's a really good.
That's okay. They're not going to be better than the Jets. You know what? Sam Darnold might be better than Aaron Rodgers, though. We'll see. Jefferson
I don't know,
is the guy.
Ronbo. This is also a home game for them, Ronbo. Did you know that Kyle Shanahan's own at Minnesota against the Vikings?
As an organization, we've not beat them in 30. Yeah. Damn, we haven't beaten them in Minnesota since 92. Older than you.
Man, that stadium is.
It was. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
though?
that's not.
Wait. I just realized something. Back in those years, you went to Minnesota. You went into an ice box. The Vikings used to beat people in Minnesota because they could acclimate to that weather. And when you come rolling in there from California or someplace like that, hey, beat your ass to death. Why? Because you can't deal with the cold. Now, they made a mistake. Anybody can play in that stadium. I watch things change. The 49ers ain't going to lose that game. I mean, I'm concerned, but I ain't going to get overwhelmed or worried like I did with the Jets. I refuse.
Okay. Well, we did that last year, and they kicked our ass on national TV. Ronbo, Kirk Cousins kicked our ass on national TV last year. Do you not
Kirk
remember
Cousins
that game?
is in it. He's in Atlanta. I know it. I've seen it. He went 12 for 12 or something crazy like that. Anyway,
what do you think is harder to beat? A Vikings team with no Kirk Cousins or a Vikings team with no Justin Jefferson? What do you think would be harder to beat?
You've always got a perfect question. I have no answer, but I do. Jalen, you know what?
Clearly, it's a Vikings team with no Kirk Cousins, Ronbo. I mean, Justin Jefferson.
That boy can catch. I don't care. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I didn't see his stats from last week. Justin Jefferson is dangerous. My God, he's dangerous. He got underpaid, if anything. Then we got to go though. I'm gonna see you Friday, Jason or Jalen. Don't put an S in his name.
Ronbo, hey, one more thing, Ronbo. Look out for them goddamn Redbirds. Hey, they went to Buffalo, Ronbo. They went to Buffalo and they put you better look at. I better watch out for them Cardinals.
I know. I'm not taking them for granted like some people. I never do. All right, fam. See you Friday. Let me get that holler. But Jalen. All right, fam. And keep the faith, will you? I love arguing with Jason. He always slaps me, though, with at least 3 or 4 good, solid questions, penetrating. I can't even answer them most of the time. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony. Tony, we're just sitting back here.
Ronbo.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the complete asshole?
Who?
That went.
Oh, who was? Yeah.
Who was the complete asshole that she screamed at Jordan Mason and then sent him out to that press conference?
You know what? I didn't see the drama that started before. All I know is you must be talking about Kyle.
Well, whoever it was needs to smack in the teeth.
Oh,
are you? Like the poor kid's out there on that press conference, his head down. He just ran for 150 yards, won you the game.
I felt bad about that. I said, guys.
And you go out and scream at him like a little kid and chastise him and then send him out to a press conference? Does that show your professionalism in the organisation? What are you trying to do to the kid?
Absolutely not. And
what an asshole.
I imagine he had to come up with some apologies later. I think that went unnoticed when it happened, but later on, I bet you, I don't know who that was either. I didn't see that.
I'll tell you what, I felt so sorry for the dude, Ronbo, and it was painfully obvious it wasn't his fault. He didn't give a definitive answer to the lady that asked him. He said, I think it was Friday. All right? So he didn't give a definitive answer, and it was painfully obvious that nobody told him what to say if you get asked this question.
Yeah.
They should have covered their ass.
It was a total screw up. And then Kyle comes right behind him and says, I never said that. You know, I said, you guys, you better apologize to Jordan later on, guys, and tell him what the problem was.
That was horrible.
And the league rules about injury updates and reports. So, you know, it was a total screw up from the beginning. So
yeah, well, if it was Shanahan, he didn't know the rules in the Super Bowl for the coin toss for extra time, and he's going to pick on him. Idiot.
And this goes all the way back to the coin toss. Sometimes, you know, don't take things know these things far in advance before they become an issue. God.
That was uncalled for. It just made the 49ers look like a bunch of chumps.
And we got to stop getting caught up in that too. Not knowing.
You want to praise this kid. You want him to go out there and say, "Look, don't worry about it. I know you said the wrong thing, but we forgot to tell you what to say. Just go out there in the press conference and enjoy yourself." All right.
You know what?
No. These guys did it the other way around.
You know. Tony, I guarantee you they consoled him afterward. They know they screwed up. When you're wrong, you know you're wrong. They know. At the moment, it was a heat exchange, and temper being displayed over good sense. And I'm sure they corrected that later. There's no way to let Jordan hang his head on that and make him feel fully responsible when there was about 4 or 5 people who were responsible for that, including Bobby Turner. Damn it, guys. Know what's going to happen ahead. You're grown man. You guys have been around for how long? Come on. If I'm Jed, I'd chew them all out.
As far as the game goes, Ronbo, we left 3 touchdowns on the field.
I know.
One, I'm not going to blame Brandon Ayuk for he's rusty. He's dropped balls. George Kittle's dropped balls.
Now wait a minute.
Everyone's dropped balls.
The only thing is, Tony, he's rusty for the reasons that he was out clowning around his contract. But that's I get you though. Go ahead.
All right, you know, I'll give him a pass, Mark. He'll come good. You know what I mean?
We won the game. I'm okay.
He'll come good when we need him the most. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But the one that Debo did, you know, holding on the goal line, that's one. You know, he shouldn't be doing that. Jordan Mason could have had 2 TDs.
I know.
And the fourth and 1. Kyle Shanahan got the Super Bowl jitters there. 4th and 1. Go for it, Kyle. I'm sure Mason could have got 1 yard. Yeah. And not only that, Ronbo, they would have had to go 95 yards to score.
I know, right?
All right? And I'm sure the secondary would have done something. We would have got the ball back. But I'll guarantee you Jordan Mason could have got that 1 yard.
No problem. I believe it too. I mean, Brock could have put in the sneak if you're so scared, and that's pretty much a higher percentage play on that. But, you know, I don't know what Kyle does sometimes when he does those kind of things. I wish I could ask him and see what he'd say.
Yeah, but, you know, so I don't want to see things like that. You've got to build that confidence in your players too. You know, 4th and 1, you're 5 yards out, score a TD, and you just give up.
There's no doubt Mason was going to get that. He falls forward. He never get. When's the last time we seen Jordan Mason get blasted back? I mean, I remember maybe one time stopped, but throwing backwards, no.
Nah. And I think who was it, Jalen or Ellis was saying? I'm not sure. You know, I'd like to see Garendo and a few of these other guys get game time.
Yeah, because Debo's not getting that. Yeah, everybody's hip to that. Let Garendo have the ball. He can seek and destroy those holes a little faster than Debo. It's like Ellis pointed out. Debo's not really a running back by nature. He's a good runner, but not necessarily with the same gifts as a real running back. Let Garendo run the ball.
Yeah, let him have a go. Let's see what he's, you know, especially if we've got a big lead or whatever. But we could have dropped the 50 burger on the Jets.
The 2 touchdowns taken away, BA's miss. Yeah, you're right. That's 21 more points.
Yeah, we could have dropped the 50 burger and embarrassed the crap out of them. But all in all, it was a knock off the Russ game, really. First game back in the season. I'm not too disappointed in it. Just mainly that 4th and 1. And the way they handled Jordan Mason. The rest of it was okay. And you know what? I don't like participation trophies, Ronbo, but McKivitz is going to get a participation trophy because he's got Purdy next to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he didn't embarrass us.
We can easily make that team a super team just by getting a good right tackle.
Yeah.
And then it's just game over for years and years and years after that.
I want to see McKivitz get better. He's better than he was last year and better than he was the year before. I'm waiting for him to finally develop. And he's playing next to Purdy. He's going to work on his game. I really believe. I'm going to continue to believe in him this year. But Tony, we're going to go.
I don't know. With the Mac, McGlinchey, McKivitz, those Macs.
Tony, oh my God, you killed all my. I'm just. You're so. Oh my God, he's right. You can't be back anything and do anything for us on that right side.
Remember McGlinchey getting hip tossed all the way up off the ground, back slammed on his back.
I mean, his feet flying up in the air and everything. Who could forget that? 6 foot. How big? McGlinchey's what? 6'6", 7"? Oh my God, Mike, get up! You're best in the entire city of Santa Clara and San Francisco.
I'll send you a picture of that shot.
Oh please,
on Twitter. It is a laugh a minute.
I'm gonna repost that in a heartbeat. All right, Tony. I'll see you Friday.
All right, brother. Shout out to Evan Ellis. Big show. Big show, where are you? Papa Dragon.
I know we're still waiting on him.
The rest of the crew and 49er Brian and everybody else, and see you in the next one.
Can't wait, Tony. Cheers, my man.
Cheers, brother.
This is Tony. Okay, I don't know why Tony calls people out that need to be called out. He never fails to do that. Tony ATL.
Ronbo, good evening. Good evening. How are you?
Oh, it's a wonderful evening, Tony. It's football season, and we just can't wait. With football season, you live from week to week. You can't wait. That's your whole life going away, but you can't. You don't care. Hurry up and get me to Sunday. No. Friday, Thursday, Friday. We're not gonna get Friday night games probably anymore. What?
Yeah, we found out about injuries or any distractions going on. It's like football is like news year round now.
Oh yeah, and all week long. Even though like baseball and basketball, they're playing games every night. But the headlines are almost as much entertainment as the games themselves. You hear about moves being made. It's crazy.
I don't even follow the NBA no more.
Yeah, well, you know what? I watch them during the playoff season. But daily, no, because I know it's a roll. I know it's fixed. There's been too many people who played, said the wrong thing, and it's pretty been confirmed that the refs are definitely manipulating games. I knew they were. And Tony, you know something else? When everybody who watched the NBA knows every referee by name, that's not a good sign. That means that man's always doing something to get everybody's attention. That ain't cool. Anyway, Tony?
Ronbo, I cannot believe that Mr. Spotlight Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott all of that money. $60 million a year. Ronbo, he's making $5 million a month.
Makes no sense.
$5 million a month.
And if he doesn't get to the postseason this year, you can't trade him. Jerry, how many years did he sign on that contract, Tony?
I do not know. I didn't get the disclosures on how many years.
I know, right? You're like me.
I
just saw the breaking news and I just left it alone.
Picks are coming. This week, and I can't stand it, but they're a dirty team.
Who?
Dak Prescott's going to be going up against Mr. Chase Young and Mr. Cam Jordan as bookends from New Orleans. They're coming after him.
You know, Cam Jordan has always been a little bit sneaky. I never noticed Chase Young, though, but yeah. Well, you know, Dak, he's a fortunate man, born under a very fortunate star. doing what he does and not getting to the postseason, and people all over the NFL are crying for him. You ever watch some of these people talk about Dak? Dak Prescott is one of the most underrated, underappreciated quarterbacks in Texas. As a matter of fact, the NFL, people say the things they say about Dak, but he has won double-digit games. I mean, oh, here we come with that double-digit. I get mad every time I start watching it, right? I said, you know what, Dak, you need to win a couple of playoff games. You can't get there every year and not win.
With Dak Prescott? Yeah, did y'all forget about 2022 when Dak Prescott led the NFL in interceptions? Oh, they don't want to bring that up.
It was in a conversation last year for MVP. He gets a lot of love.
This Deshaun Watson thing, Ronbo. Now, I see, remember we were talking about why is Cleveland keeping 4 quarterbacks? We thought they was going to trade somebody.
Yeah.
But now I see why they're keeping 4.
Well, yeah, Deshaun is on his way out. But, Tony, can you imagine a team? Because at some point, I think I know where you're going. He's going to be put on the trade block. I'm going to start seeing if I can get rid of Deshaun if I'm the owners of the Cleveland Browns. He's not going to get any better, Tony. What you're seeing now is his swan song. It may take a while. He's going to play out his contract, but Deshaun is done. He's never coming back.
And Colin Cowherd yesterday on the show, Ronbo, he called him creepy several times. Called the man creepy. Talking about the allegations and all.
Oh, well, another woman bringing a fresh allegation that she should have brought in a long time ago. But but Deshaun, you brought that misery on yourself. At first, I thought that the Texans were setting him up. No, they're not. Those women aren't fake, and they weren't paid to come and get your butt. You did that. You really did. You idiot.
Here's something else, Ronbo. Here's something else that happened. Remember Kadarius Toney?
Yeah.
With the first round pick out of Florida from the Giants.
He just got traded to where?
200-yard. Worst thing that happened to him, Ronbo, is he had that 200-yard game in the Superdome against New Orleans and his head got busy. That was the worst thing that happened to him. Then he didn't want to stop working, attitude, gets traded. You can't make it at KC. Kansas City with Mahomes.
Yeah. You're done.
The Cleveland Browns picked him up and put him on the practice squad.
Hey, oh, really? I saw him on Bleacher Report. I just saw a flash. I was just scrolling down through there. I saw Kadarius Toney playing with, and as you mentioned, as you say,
Well, that's kind of interesting.
It's kind of sad, Tony. You know, we watch players have a day, and then all of a sudden their story is. I'm watching Tyreek Hill. He's not always been my favorite kind of person. Well, I kind of felt bad for him when he got pulled over. Although he could have de-escalated that situation by just complying immediately. Don't drag that out. But that's neither here nor there. Some players, they just don't know how to do. It seems they just don't have good sense. Good common sense is not a given in the NFL. NBA, you don't know to think about it. All those young guys, what do you think? Stop putting yourself in precarious situations.
Exactly. Just because you have money don't mean that you're above the rules.
And Deshaun, you needed that many women for a massage. And the things that you got accused of, you're Deshaun Watson. Be careful. Yep. They can come back and get your butt later. And they did. Go.
Yep. He ain't going to get all that guaranteed money, but he got a nice chunk of it last year and this year. So, like you said, Ronbo, his swan song.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's some good matchups this weekend coming up, though.
I know, right?
We play Philly Monday night, so
everybody's pulling for you, Tony. Beat them Eagles. Yep. All you got to do is stop Saquon because what's his name? Hurts is not. I'm not impressed. He still looks like Hurts from last year.
Keep him in the pocket.
Yeah.
Yep. Judah and them keep him in the pocket, and then we stop Saquon. And I think we should run the rock. Right. Run Tyler Algier. Run Bijan Robinson. Keep switching them up, and then I told in our chat, we run them, hit them with some play action, then go back to the run. Then, like in the third quarter when they're getting tired, Chase McClellan, 6th-round pick from Alabama in there at running back and get him a couple carries because they tired. Yeah. He'll break one.
Hey,
take it to the house.
That's what happened to the Lambs. They were wore out. I mean, he got wore. They ran double-barrel shotgun, one shot at bam, bam, all the way down the field. Tony, the run game, if you got a stout one, is going to come back in fashion, and it looks like it's going to come back in fashion real soon. You want to hurt somebody? Run it down their throat, especially in the fourth quarter. Can't do a damn thing about it.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And Ronbo, you talking about Stafford. You feel bad for him? Should feel bad for him. You know that the Arizona Cardinals are 1.5-point favorites Sunday.
I didn't look yet.
Yep, a 1.5 favorite.
I love it. And they gave the Buffalo Bills all they could stand. So yeah, of course they should be at least pick them. Yeah.
They put some points on the board. Yeah. Against Buffalo. So
you know that
we getting 6.5. Oh, and this is a revenge game for you guys against Minnesota.
Yeah, they beat our ass last year. Oh, they put a whooping on us. That's one of the few games I said we got beat down. Oh, Buffalo.
And
Buffalo,
I forgot to tell you too. I don't know if he's playing. I don't know his status. You got the number one receiver. He's there, but Addison, the guy that said killed y'all last year, he's got ankle problems.
I know he's not going to be playing.
He's got ankle problems.
I hate to admit it, but
I don't know if he's playing or not.
I know he's already considered out.
He's got a tender ankle.
I mean, I don't want to wish something bad on the boy. I hope he come back week after next. Chavari started getting his number, though.
I made a comment in the chat with Rudy. I said, man, it's a tough break. Y'all got three of your starting linemen on IR. Now you got practice squad players and players off the street. And I put a laughing emoji. He got into his feelings. Oh, you wishing injuries on our players now. I said, no, I just stated that we got players hurt. I said, quit crying and quit being feminine.
I see him. Rudy's in there now. I didn't see him all day long. All right. Tony, we do got to go, though. I got some things I got to do before I get to sleep. But listen, Friday, I'll be looking for you. And I'm telling you right now,
yes, sir.
Well, you got every 49er fan in this chat is behind you on this game coming up against Philly, man. Guys got to get it done.
Tell Kyle to play your backup to spell Jordan. If McCaffrey doesn't play, spell Jordan Mason. Get that rookie from Louisville some carries.
Gurindo. Everybody's saying the same thing. He needs some burn anyway. All right.
Yeah, he's a dog.
I know. I seen him.
All right, I thought the Rams were going to go 5-12, and now I say 3-14. Good night, Ronbo.
Good night, Tony.
Take care.
Have a great night. Boy, I tell you, I love Rams. How many Rams are in here? Boy, you guys are all mad. Hey, Rams fan, don't get mad. Come on, you guys will be okay. Probably somewhere in 2027, 28. Fam, I'm going to go. Thank you for the contributions, fam. Always appreciate it. Thank you so much. And don't forget to think about 9/11 and all the terrible things that happened that day. Should be something we think about anyway, more than just this particular date. And I'll see you Friday. Bring your score as we make predictions. And don't forget to subscribe before you go. We want to find you, but it's time to talk more 49er football. See you Friday at 9.